bottle speaker's familiar / daughter. Unless
you will obey me and follow my commands. Also, I love you.
Okay. Let's go. So, Copus. I do like bards. However, this rogue
I do still like the idea
cool.
when we play Skull and Shackles to just be a party member of a bunch of people who are part of a band. Again, don't have to actually be a bard class or that. You can just take performance.
Hey, if all else fails and everyone else doesn't want to go with that idea, Richard, make your character and have his reoccurring bit being trying to convince everyone to become a part of the band.
Well, I mean, at least me and Loki will be a duo because we're both on board for that.
I just love the idea of a character for the entire adventure. He's like, we should form a band. We're like, shut up, and just stabbing the dragon.
Man, you know what would be make this successful raid so much better? If we all just broke into a song and dance number, just kind of look over at the party, just stare at them slowly. Never blink. Just stare at them.
Guy in the back starts slow snapping.
Everyone else just like, no, Frank, put your hand down.
All right, I'll be Fluffang then. I'll be the bard.
All right, I'll give you access to the character part of the sheet. Yeah, this is kind of like Weeby Goblins, but much cutesier. You're definitely more on the good side rather than eating someone's dog.
Yep. I mean, there's nothing evil about eating someone's dog.
Dog makes fine meal.
I don't really have a preference, so if you're feeling more stab shroom or smashing pumpkin over there.
And I'm just going to roll 1d2, and if I get 1, I'll do popcorn. Popcorn it is.
All right.
You're destined to be Richard Popcornicus.
Plant that ironically lights itself on fire.
Shimmy crack corn, and I do care.
Someone has to.
Give you guys a couple minutes to look at your sheets because they got all the items and everything like that. And also,
which just leaves Kenneth with reaching rings.
Mm-hmm.
Our not the hero our garden deserves, but the hero our garden needs.
There you go. You guys should have access to everything there now. Give you a minute to look over all that stuff. I think it should go without saying that I have never played 2nd edition before. I have read all the stuff, but we'll be navigating it together.
Yeah, are we recording this session?
So
I
do you guys?
OBS going.
Yeah. I imagine we were just waiting to record until we get started after we observe our character sheets and stuff.
Yeah.
Question, Gabo. Mm-hmm. The actions, the Lesser Alchemist Fire and the Minor Healing Potion, those are just consumables, right?
Correct. I believe those are in your inventory. I did not make these sheets; they were pre-made. So
gotcha.
Let me scroll to the written down characters.
Oops. Didn't mean to hit that. Apparently, I have a jar of salted lemons.
Salted lemons.
Someone's gonna take them. I'm gonna have to call them a lemon-stealing whore, aren't I?
Yes.
That would be quite the insult coming from a Leshy, given that they don't reproduce sexually.
Hey, they're created by people who do.
Yep. I'm not saying they don't understand. I'm just... Yeah, here we go. Popcorn, 2 alchemist fires, alchemist tools, bottle of ground peppercorns, breastplate somehow, jar of salted lemons, 2 minor healing potions, 2 things of oil, and a +1 war flail.
All right. Where?
Yeah, that is something that's because this is one of those things that's like a big departure from other systems is how shields work.
Mhm.
It's an
underneath-
action to bring it up, isn't it?
Yeah, you need to spend one of your 3 actions to raise your shield. That's why when you look at armor class, that heading, they have AC and then shield. That one that's labeled shield is what your AC will be when you raise your shield. Some of you have, I think Bottle Speaker has a shield. I don't think any of the rest of you do, but that's just important to know. And then Bottle Speaker has the shield block reaction.
Let's see what spells I have.
Also worth pointing out, there is not normally any attacks of opportunity in this one as well.
Oh, they have Inspire Courage under focus spells.
Yes, it's kind of like a bookkeeping thing that they did in 2nd edition, where there's focus spells, which are not like on a spell list, they're just from a class that you earn through abilities. And a lot of class abilities and stuff factor underneath that now.
I think I'm gonna have to go look over into something other than the page because it doesn't show like rage or anything on my page, so I don't know how to do a lot of my abilities as a barbarian. I think.
There should be an arrow for you to click down, and it should. Or
Well, I mean, I see things talking about rage, but oh, there it is. Never mind. I'm dumb.
It's also a cog wheel on the other side.
Yeah.
No, I didn't scroll down far enough. I was literally missing it by like a quarter of an inch.
But yes, I know how to play a bard. You do the bardy thing.
You're gonna hump a tree.
Wouldn't be weird for once.
Overall, looks like Road's about the same.
Yeah, a lot of the standard conventions still transfer over. It's, as some people online said, Pathfinder 2nd Edition looks like it's a way different, but then when you actually get into it, it's not as bad. That's why I made sure to like cover a few of the points that were actually the most difference in my preparation, like no AOOs and raising your shield and all that stuff.
And am I gonna have to worry about the alchemical crafting thing, or is that just something that's just added to the sheet to explain things? Because it says I have 4 first level alchemical items in my formula book. Is that just something that would happen, not like actually in the game we're playing right now?
I think that's just something they put on the sheet because the thing I have says nothing about it. You're a barbarian. You don't.
I just wanted to ask in case. It was
I
like a
think
thing.
because you do have training in craft alchemy, if it was like a full length campaign, you could spend a downtime action to make alchemist fire and stuff. But we're
Gotcha.
not doing any of that, so don't. I think only the alchemist class can make an alchemical item as like an action.
No, that's fine. I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't something that I needed to know about.
Yeah, I do not believe so. I think it's just because you have a background as a cook.
That's a good one to know. Surprise attack. If you spring into combat faster than foes can react. On the first round of combat, if you roll deception or stealth for initiative, creatures that haven't acted are flat-footed to you. And of course, good old sneak attack keys off a flat-foot.
Mm-hmm.
I just did a quick Google. Yeah, it takes 4 days of work, and then you attempt a crafting check, so it's nothing I need to worry about.
Yeah.
Just checking, because the way they worded it with like you have 4 formulas, I'm like, is this like a thing that I'm supposed to be aware of? Okay, cool beans.
It seemed to me like Pathfinder 2nd Edition was trying to sort of gamify downtime. They listed it as one of the key parts of the game.
Yeah, a couple systems that I like have been trying to do that more, and I'm kind of a fan of it, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Because downtime actions in 5th edition, which kind of is how they used to do it in most systems, kind of vexes me. They're like, as a downtime action, you can run a business. Next thing, I'm like, really? No more information on that? No explanations? No what you could normally earn in a week? Nothing? Nope, you're just going, thanks for just telling me something that I could do, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
College art teacher all over again. Like that, but just do it better. Oh, thanks. I'm glad I'm paying $2,000 for this.
Looking at advantage, it seems like it still provides Effective flat-footedness.
Yes, flanking is a thing still. However, rather than giving a +2 to your attack, it just lowers their AC by 2. The other change to flanking is that you do not have to be directly opposite someone. You just have to be able to draw a straight line through their token.
So basically how we've house ruled it for
Yep,
a lot of the time.
Our house rules are essentially the canon rules.
Oh, and before we get started, I had to mention it. Cope, you know what comes out tomorrow?
One Piece.
Come aboard and bring along all your hopes and dreams, Cope.
Oh,
Honestly, from
wow.
everything I've seen about it, this is actually not that bad of a looking adaptation.
Yeah.
Like I'm not sure the whole overarching thing, but they kept the character personalities very intact, which I'm impressed by.
So do we need to do a viewing party tomorrow?
I mean, I'm
If
down.
we-
I
I
mean,
mean, I'd watch it.
yeah, depending on what time you guys want to do it.
I get off
Yes,
work.
and if I'm available.
I believe I get off work at like 6:30 Central, so I can be here like an hour after we'd normally start.
What's it being released on?
Netflix.
Netflix.
Okay.
We'd have to do something with like Discord to like stream it or something, because Netflix did their whole password crackdown thing, and I've been bumming off my brother for the past few years, and it'll be a cold day in hell before I get a subscription to give them what they want.
Well, someone could broadcast off of Discord or something.
Yeah, that's what I was
he's
saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Well, I don't know if y'all have Teams, but I know we can share screen in that.
I don't think I have that.
Just Skype.
Can you do that in Skype?
I don't know.
Never tried. I'm just saying Teams is basically Skype.
Yeah.
But can you share screen in Skype?
I think you can share screens in Skype. I'm not sure if audio or anything like that goes through.
Yeah.
I know.
But I
you
know
can
we all
definitely-
have Discord though, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kenneth is clicking a button.
Yeah,
There's
well, I
OBS.
right-clicked on my picture and it said OBS virtual camera on my laptop, and I don't even know if I have OBS installed on my laptop. Yeah, now I do.
Well, theoretically, if you were doing it through OBS, then it would be able to capture the sound, wouldn't it?
yeah.
Are you still in game, Michael? Because your icon disappeared on my end.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
To remind me later, you seeing the infinite void? No.
It's just the OBS icon on my end.
Oh, no, there's a virtual
Oh, there's the infinite
camera.
void.
The different infinite void now.
Ah, all the tabs with Kenneth's porn.
So yes, technically we can. I don't know if
We could do one of those React channels where we just make money off of other people's work.
Well, I know there's EFAP, every frame of pause, and stags and tangents are guaranteed.
Mm.
We'd need a witty name, possibly an acronym.
That is,
Have
that is
you ever
apparently
thought
a
of-
sex thing, considering those last two examples.
Have you ever heard of? We should call it a. Oh my God, chat. That's the name of the podcast. It's the Oh My God Chat podcast.
Mhm. Oh yeah, one more second edition rules thing that it's important to keep in mind is how critical successes and critical fails work is quite a bit different here. It's that if you surpass the target DC or AC for an attack roll by 10 or more, it's a critical success. And if you're under it by 10 or more, or 10 or less, then you have a critical failure. So natural ones and natural 20s do not guarantee automatically hitting or missing. In combat, they do. Rolling a natural 20 does make it so that way you are like one step higher than you would have been. So if you were rolled a failure, then you'd be a success. But if you rolled a success, it would be a critical success. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Mhm.
What is the E and T's next to saving throws?
Oh, okay, yeah, that's a good thing to point out. So they have their proficiency system is different than it was in first edition, and because you know how like in Pathfinder or not Pathfinder 5e they've got the universal proficiency bonus.
Mm.
Pathfinder second edition does something very similar, but it's per additional like save or skill. So if you look up at the top of your character sheets at the
trained expert.
yeah, untrained, trained, expert, master, professional. So it's just showing what that is. So if you have a saving throw that says T whatever, that means it's trained, and then it's showing the result. It makes it so it's like a shorthand for like character creation rather than saying a +8. It just says you are trained in this thing or you're a master in this thing.
I'm a
I'm just
master.
looking it up 'cause one of the things I'm looking up is because I was looking at stuff, and apparently you can demoralize without having a feat for that when you're using intimidate, and I saw that I had intimidate, so I was looking at it.
Correct. That's just a.
It says you can intimidate against the target's will DC. Does that mean they make a will when I make an intimidate, or is it like a
No,
set
you
DC?
have a set DC. Like let me pull up the character sheet here.
I just wasn't sure. I tried looking it up, but I couldn't find the exact rule for that. So
Yeah, because there is a DC. I believe it's just 10 plus what you would roll. Let me see.
sometimes you'll need to know the DC for a given saving throw. The DC of the saving throw is 10 plus the modifier. I found it after you said that.
Yep. So
like
yeah.
my will would be 18.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, good to know.
Yep. They kind of do that instead of as many opposing rolls, which I think is probably reasonable.
You.
All right, time for greenies versus meanies.
Also, I think you're out of the game again, Michael.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Well, it seems like it's letting me reload into the game. So it's probably going to be a problem the whole night, but it does seem like we'll probably be able to play the game.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yep.
So are we ready to get into it?
Think so.
Yeah.
Seems.
Okie some buttons, clicking the wrong town.
We brought the greenies, you bring the meanies.
Ah.
And the red one. Richard.
He's got some green on him. Her, it, they. Yeah, you might want to change your character names real quick to be who you're playing so we keep that straight.
No,
Yeah, if you just hit the like underneath the chat window, you can change as to whatever you're playing as and change the name in the settings.
Mm-hmm. 3 flowers and a mushroom.
I'm not a mushroom. I'm a bottlehead.
Technically, I think popcorn is a vine.
So now I'm going to have to look up what the hell snapdragons are. I'm pretty sure they're like a typical flower.
Because the character sheet says vine leshy, so that's what I'm going off. Yeah, because you're all different subtypes of leshy too.
Yeah, Leshy's one of the things they kind of hastily added to the first edition one that they seem to have more fleshed out in the second one.
One might say they've really.
What is a leshy?
Oh, I'll actually get
Plant
into that.
critter.
It's a plant critter, but I'll have a little thing in the intro for that.
it's the opposite of a fleshy.
Yes, the opposite of a fleshy. Yeah.
Ow.
The fleshy is what happens when you use dark magic to animate your severed ball sack.
Ow.
Coming in the next Pathfinder 2nd Edition source book. Ball sack familiars.
Well, there's
So
creeping
it functions
claws. I guess some perverted necromancer could make bouncing balls.
functions as Mud Buddy.
Now I just want to play Stan's dad from South Park when he gets the fucking swollen balls, just bounces around the entire town.
God.
Like, did you get some snurb today? I didn't think so. Thanks.
So now
And
that's
we-
in the recording.
Yep. And ladies and gentlemen, we carry on South Park's brave tradition of meeting every single week to create wonderful stories.
We have definitely never run out of ideas.
Never. Not once.
All right, so to get into it a little bit, our story starts in the vast, I'm going to pronounce this wrong, Verduna Forest. It is the largest forest in the continent of Avestain, which, for any of you looking at a map, is the northernmost continent where all of our APs have been happening, is the continent of Avestain. Probably pronouncing that wrong as well. The Verduna Forest is, as I said, the largest forest on the continent. It borders 3 nations, is a vast expanse of greenery, famed for its wild fey magic and population, as well as plant creatures. While in the west, the country of Andoran is at sort of a hostile stalemate with the natives of the forest, as well as the druids that dwell here over deforestation efforts. Here in the east, bordering the nation of Taldane, the kingdom of Taldane has a peace agreement with the denizens of the forest.
Damn straight.
Yeah, it's one of those rare things where the monarchy is actually nicer than the democracy.
You don't want to fuck with the sentient carrots, bro.
Oh,
It will fuck you up.
So unionize your food.
Bro, and your
slowly
food starts
malnutrition you.
unionizing.
So to read a little thing they provide for me here. Here and there in the wilds of the Verduna forest, a seemingly normal plant suddenly reveals themselves as a leshy, a curious little human-shaped plant crafted by a druid as a friend or a minion. Sometimes leshies outlive their druid creators, while many others are set free to live their own lives. Most of those who live within Verduna Forest today have stories along these lines. Yet recently, the forest clusters of leshy have seemed thinner and fewer. You are but 4 of these stories. We will... Oh, it means that vegans are wrong, and if all life is sacred, then if you eat anything, you're in the wrong. So it just means they're dumb. Plants eat animals all the time. What are you thinking about?
If you're that motivated by morals, just start eating some dirt. Just come back and tell us now.
Oh, the
Might accidentally
microorganisms are getting it. Way to go,
Oh,
asshole.
yeah. Oh, damn. Fuck. Well, I'm gonna subsist on only the things I hate the most: spiders and moths.
I eat only the things that I hate.
I mean, I guess that would be a moral argument there.
Which means I have to eat a lot of mosquitoes.
I guess there would be a lot of protein in that.
Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to derail you.
No, it's fine. We follow, let's say, a nice little bluebird that goes through the lush green branches, the wide oak trees of this section of the forest. You see a small clearing with sunbeams poking in. In the middle of the clearing is all manner of tiny lesser lushies. I can do alliteration. They're all teeny-sized creatures like animated flower buds. Sorry, choked on my spit there for a second. I don't know what happened. Listen, my biology is failing me. I think the tech priests were right. It's clearly the purity of the machine is necessary. I don't know what all this plant shit's about.
We need mech suits.
But wait for Loki's campaign. This is a small little clearing, not clearing, community of Lushies, of which you four are the largest, eldest, and the most powerful. Most natural occurring Leshies, unlike you, are small natured spirits that kind of have the personalities of tiny plant toddlers. We see two such Leshies, one made out of an acorn, one made out of a rosebud, sitting down with a small pile of blueberries, each taking turns picking one up and then smushing it into the other one's face. Not to eat it, because Leshies don't eat, but just because they're enjoying the sensation of squishing berries on each other.
Idiots.
And as we follow that bluebird down, we are going to come to Bottle Speaker. Cope, what do you think Bottle Speaker is doing right now on this pleasant afternoon?
He's whistling zippity doodah as he walks along happily. Sweeps his finger along some dew off a petal, stops, looks at the two idiots smushing blueberries into each other's faces, shakes his head, and says, "I really have to look out for all of these morons." And then he keeps walking along.
As you're walking, that bluebird I described comes and gently lands on your shoulder.
Oh, how big am I?
You're a small creature, like a halfling, so you're like 3 feet tall.
So it's like a large cat jumping on your shoulder.
Yeah, it's like a large cat jumping on your shoulder. And it looks at you.
Mr. Bluebird on my shoulder.
It starts pecking at your head.
Hey, quick, swat him away with the staff.
It flutters away real quick. It is ironically things like that is what you mostly do around here, as to a plant-based society, a wild sheep is more dangerous than a pack of wolves. When you think about it.
Yep. Twin Sprout. Is Twin Sprout okay?
Yeah.
He's in my head, right?
Mm-hmm.
20. I'm tap my quarterstaff against my head. My head is a gourd, which is hollow at this point. Which has eerie jack-o'-lantern eye and mouth.
No facial expression. Very disturbing.
More like the Sandman, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Tap the gourd. You okay? You okay, daughter?
Pokes her head out, like in that little picture. Here, actually, I think I actually forget, since they provided me this, I can do this for everyone to see. There we go. You should see that now.
Oh, I'm jacked.
Yeah, that's Bottle Speaker, and you can just see in the top of his head, Twin Sprout.
Bottle Speaker's like a wiry old man.
Yeah, you also notice that your cloak is the body of a dead fox.
Oh, hell yeah. He ain't
The
messing
skin,
around.
anyway.
The skin, yeah. There's some teeth in there.
I mean, those paws, they clearly still have finger bones in them.
Mm.
Foot bones in there. I guess I left it. It's very hard to skin that off.
As you checking in with Twin Sprout, her attention turns towards some enthusiastic speaking from the other side of the clearing, as standing on top of their favorite stump, giving an enthusiastic tale telling to many of the small young Leshies, we see Bluffang. If you'd like to finish up the end of your story, Michael. Like what was the what's the end story that you're telling these easily entertained little lushies of your grand adventures? You're muted if you're saying anything.
So, what do the scale of these stories usually entail?
Well, you used to be a spy for the crown, so you tell me how big or grand or whatever you wish to make it.
But I am a bard, so there's always a temptation to just lie.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And that is how me and my compatriots defeated the Blue Dragon.
Oh yeah. I would say the DC to entertain these ones were 8, so you're doing very well. Lesser lushies do not have mouths to make noise, but they are jumping up and down very enthusiastically. Though you can't help but notice, Flufffang, that the crowd of lushies here today is a bit smaller than it normally is. It's not uncommon for lushies to come and go as they please from the community, but the numbers have been dropping a little bit more rapidly recently. You certainly know it's not anything to do with your enthusiastic tales telling.
There must be a wandering cow or something.
More dangerous than an ogre.
No cows on my watch, thank you.
Probably around this time you do notice a bottle speaker strolling past.
I would call him over and say, yes, Bottleman, come here. Are you noticing there are less of our kind around here?
I have noticed, and that is why I was out strolling, looking for them in case they've wandered off to a side of the tree that they haven't been before and gotten lost again. Would you like to walk with me? Perhaps we can find them. You could help.
Yes, I
herd
will
them together.
listen for hoof stamps.
It is around this time that there is a rustling from a nearby bush, and a pixie with fluttering dragonfly wings comes out, carrying a jar almost as large as he is of salted lemons. And he thrusts it into your hand, bottle speaker. And he says, "Here, hold this for me." And he zips off into the canopy.
What? I say.
And crashing through the bushes that the pixie just came from is the Snapdragon Lushy, Popcorn. What type of state is Popcorn in, Richard?
Do you have a full picture for this one so I can get a sense
yes.
of what it looks like?
Yes, absolutely. My apologies.
No, you're good.
I was so caught up in the narrative.
Popcorn.
That's what I thought.
Oh God, it's Bowser.
Skull flare.
So I was gonna say, as it comes bursting out of the bushes, like all the flowers just have like slight singes on the edges that they are like literally on fire, as they're just like somewhere between a yell and a roar is it screaming at the pixie that's just dropped off that jar of lemons. I know the way it describes, I picture like as he comes running in, there's like other pixies lying in wait. As soon as he clears the bush, a bucket prank of a bucket of uncooked corn that had been dried out just kind of falls on her.
Oh, 100%.
And you just see her buried head to toe in just corn kernels. You just see begin to glow a little bit red, and then just the entire pile just erupts into popcorn as she just reaches out screaming and fuming. That lemon stealing bitch! Give me my lemons! My lemons!
Here are your lemons. They're all there.
Just begins to count them furiously.
Yeah.
My friend.
Mind your
Yeah,
business.
you must slow down. What has just happened?
They stole my lemons. Keep it count. 1, 2, 3, 7, 12, 3, 3.
The pixies like to
3.
mess with Popcorn, as they call her. They goad her into anger and then throw food like the corn at her until
Who's
she
angry?
chokes.
You're angry.
No, we've been over this. I'm bottle speaker.
Just
See?
because to sniff the popcorn that it's burnt.
And I am Fluffing. No one asked, but I thought you should know.
We all know who
Look
you
at-
are, Fluffing.
I was about to say that. Popcorn, know who you are. This is not our first merry-go-round.
Popcorn, are you busy? Now that you have your lemons, do you want to walk with Fluffing and I? We're going to patrol the garden and see if we can figure out where everyone is.
All right, just keep eye on pixies. If you find them, I bite them.
You can eat
No
all the
pixies
you
will
can
get the
catch.
jump on the Fluffing.
Just nod and just probably drag this morbid-looking flail.
I love the design of Popcorn is basically that someone told the artist, "I want Godzilla, but a flower."
You know,
These designs are
Flail
honestly all
with
very
skulls.
good.
Oh yeah,
Also, I was-
What are those little human skulls?
those are animal skulls.
So I was looking at it because it doesn't give all the details on the character sheet.
Yeah.
Because the instinct I have is a red dragon one, which gives me the ability to breathe a cone of fire.
Yep.
And when I rage, I can do extra fire damage instead of the normal rage damage.
Mm.
Nice.
So that's fun. And I decided
Seems
they
very
very much respect dragons and wish to be one, but they can't because they're a flower.
Makes sense.
Well, that's going to be very useful in a wooded garden.
Listen, my friend, there is no need to want to be a dragon. They are all smoke and mirrors, really.
Well, I'm smoking leaves. Still better.
As you guys are looking around, you think that if you are going to go searching for any of these missing Leshy, the first person you should probably ask is the other one of the larger elder Leshy, which would be Reaching Rings. He usually spends his time in quiet contemplation in a damp place, as he is a fungus Leshy. So you know there is a river nearby.
I think we're fine with just the group we have. We don't need to involve anyone else.
It would be an inconvenience, really.
He brings the whole mood down wherever he goes.
He does smell like urine. Animal urine.
We're just throwing Kenneth right on the bus.
Hasn't even just the player's hard denying another player character.
Quiet your voices. I think I see him. He may have overheard us again. He does that sensing vibrations thing. Rings! Good to see you.
It's quieter here than usual.
Oh yeah, I will share the handout for Reaching Rings. What have you been doing during this entire chaos?
Contemplating the sound of a tree falling with no one around.
He wonders why nobody likes him.
I really do love the design of all these Leshy. Like Reaching Rings is like what if a anime sword boy was a fungus.
Oh yeah, the design alone made me almost pick him.
Yes, we were just discussing how quiet it was as far as no one being around. We were going to patrol the garden, see if we could come up with some ideas. Have you heard anything or thought of anything? And you're down near where all the animals pee?
I cannot say that I have.
Have you seen any large herbivores?
It is a forest. There are deer all over it, but none recently.
Hmm.
As you guys are walking, going around the garden area, you come to a small overlook that goes over the nearby river. And looking down, you see a section where there is a vine rope bridge that Popcorn made a while ago to get to the other side of the river. However, the rope bridge seems to be cut.
No, I don't think a deer did that.
I thought it was a nice rope bridge, Popcorn. You did not have to cut it. It worked fine.
I feel like it was rather unnatural to create a crossing where there was none before. If it was supposed to be there, nature would provide.
Guess I'll start pulling up the rope and see what the end of it looks like.
Give me either a craft, nature, or perception check.
Let's see. Page 7. Perception.
Do we have a perception check in this? Because I don't have that. So I wasn't
Yes,
sure.
it is not listed in skills because it's kind of
Oh, there it is,
universal thing. Yeah. Also, fun fact: they looped perception to also be the equivalent of sense motive because those are two skills that everyone takes. So they just made them one thing, which makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So what were the things we could roll?
You could roll craft or nature to look into the bridge, or you can just roll a general perception.
Guess I'll go with perception.
Where are
That's
y'all
my
finding your
guess.
skills?
That character page, I think.
Yeah, if you go to character, it just has skills, and then there's perceptions on the right of it. I'll be different. I'll roll
Oh, it's
nature.
all very large.
Fluffing has the eyes of an eagle.
No, an eagle.
Get down!
They're in a jar back in his house.
A dragon you
That
don't
eagle's
have to
chasing
worry
that
about, but an eagle.
Damn bluebird.
Well, you cannot identify how the bridge was cut, reaching rings. As you are looking at that, you do notice on this side of the riverbank are several lavender petals smooshed into the mud. These petals like that wouldn't have fallen off a leshy normally, and you do remember there was a pair of lavender leshies that were living within the community that you have not seen today.
Going to study the ground for tracks. See if I can recreate in my mind what exactly went down here, just from
All
the
right.
subtle hints that nature gives me.
Gotcha.
It's definitely possible that our little friends have not simply wandered off.
You can either give me, for bottle speaker, for what you're saying, you can either give me a survival or a perception. All right. Oh, we'll go with the first 21. Bottle speaker, as you're looking around, there aren't any tracks on this side of the riverbank, but you do notice on the far side of the river, your keen gourd eyes notice that on the mud on the opposite side, there is a pair of large, like medium humanoid sized boot prints in the mud.
We've had an intruder to our lands.
An intruder.
One of the big ones is coming and stealing.
Can we get across? Can we get across this river, or is it too deep or fast?
You can try swimming across as an athletics check. You do know there's a crossing downriver, but that'll take time, depending on how much time you should spend. Alternatively, Popcorn did make the bridge in the first place. They can use their vine extension ability to try to perform a craft check to repair the bridge.
I mean, yeah,
Yes,
I'll
why
give
don't
that
you
a
just
shot.
do that?
So as my arms extend, go gadget arms. So
Yep. Grab some foliage from up above. All right.
and
You do manage to take the bridge, repair the rope bridge, but it takes a little bit longer than you expected it to. But you succeed.
okay. And I do know I have the ability to gain a scent ability.
Mhm.
Looking at my face, my acute scent. Can I use that to kind of track where these footprints lead? It says I gain imprecise sense with a range of 30 feet.
Yes.
I'm not sure what that does.
In precise sense, it just they kind of define it in the book as that you can tell that something's presence, but you can't smell, and you can smell like an invisible creature as in the room, but not where they are.
Gotcha.
That's what imprecise sense is. So you're all
Okay.
able to make it across that vine rope bridge. You get down on all fours. You stick your flowery nose right into those footprints. Definitely
Smells
get like
leather.
smells like leather, humanoid sweat, and essential oils.
This guy fucks.
Oh no, it's a multi-level marketing scheme.
I know the scent is the scent of the Avon Company.
It is all the marks of the most uncivilized creature known to man. Man.
But yes, could we try to make an attempt to track these footprints?
Yes, that would be a survival. And you can all roll one.
My nose is putting in work.
I've got like a +1, so I don't think I'm going to contribute that much.
Yeah, well, the 22 will pass.
Popcorn just does that thing like a pointer dog where he gets on all fours, smells it, and just does the nose point directly to the direction where you have to follow.
Mm-hmm.
You see how Popcorn, he does things for us, and you see how reaching rings, he sits 15 feet away and talks to himself.
Yes.
I love how that's the hill that we're going with for the fucking one shot.
I think he heard me.
Yes, he
You're
did
not
hear
very
you.
quiet.
What are you talking about? I'm always quiet.
and slushy in all of the land.
You're very good at apologizing.
Do not tell me who is good at apologizing.
Oh, we're never gonna survive.
Meanwhile, Popcorn's putting in the work and actually finding the tracks.
You follow the tracks for about an hour through the forest till you come to a little area where you see a burnt out fire pit, and then some crumpled up paper in the ground of this small clearing.
Could be a Cransome letter.
So is finding a piece of paper like finding a piece of discarded human flesh?
You tell me.
Leather? A piece of leather, human leather.
I mean, we opened up with two of the sub-sentient ones smashing berries on each other's faces, which would make that equivalent to just grabbing a baby and jamming it into someone else's face.
Until it said pop.
Usually the argument would be that like it wouldn't be cannibalism, but with these guys it kind of would be.
Yeah.
It's not like they're limited to a particular kind of plant.
Popcorn, is this your work?
Real life, we are made of meat and we eat meat, is all I'm gonna say.
Well, yeah, that's the argument I was saying. Like that's the argument you would go to, but that doesn't really apply to them because that's like if we ate meat, but we knew that all meat was also like human level intelligence or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So what you're saying, instead of babies, it'd just be like eating veal.
Because it's not like these are like naturally occurring creatures. These are literal plants animated via magic.
Yeah, they have little nature spirits inside them.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I'm not even a plant. I'm just a gourd. I'm a husk of a
Cope is the zombie of the party.
So
I
I like to imagine
he's a leshy.
you're pontificating upon the nature of being a leshy as you walk for an hour following these tracks.
I guess I'm a
Thank
leshy
you.
at heart.
I think that one might fall more into the categorization of like a golem or something.
Popcorn ignores the paper and goes straight for the fire pit and just starts rooting his nose around it.
All right.
Eats a couple pieces of charcoal.
Rings is now trying to decide if we actually have hearts.
You within the fire pits, as you explicitly said that you're rooting around in there, you actually find several small shiny stones and little nice acorns and stuff that have been burnt. Things that you know that the lesser leshy often like to gather up as like little lucky charms. Apparently, they were thrown into the fire.
God, were they burned alive?
Popcorn immediately like opens their mouth and you just see a piece of charcoal fall out.
These bastards! They must be made to pay.
You don't come into my garden, kidnap our children, and then burn them at the fire pit. Quick, someone throw me that note. I'll read it since none of you morons can.
Pretty sure Mushroom Man there can read.
Okay, but do you want to go talk to him about it?
God!
This breath is terrible.
Just
it smells like
vicious
decay.
bullying.
Popcorn just looks at the paper and looks over at Rings.
There's no
You see-
actual words on the paper. It looks like it has crumbs and a little meat residue, like someone's trail rations were stored in it.
Oh, does the other side say McDonald's?
This sandwich wrapper. I see it before. Check it out. Rolls it up in a ball and throws it at Reaching Rings.
Doesn't even notice it pop off his head. If we don't have hearts, don't have internal organs.
I guess it should be I would show them the like little things we found, but is there like a general perception we can make around the camp otherwise? See if anything's noticeable of where they might have gone, anything that might be noticeable in the camp.
Give me another perception. All right. As you are looking around the camp, you are starting to notice some footprints. When all of a sudden you have like this, not the hairs on the back of your neck, I guess like the little leaves on the back of your neck stand up.
Plant fibers?
Yeah, the plant fibers. And you look up, and in a tree above you is a pixie that you know named Glimmer. And she is sitting in a tree branch, and she has a sack over her head like she was about to drop it on you.
Yeah, that expression says little shit.
Yeah.
Trouble.
Not right now, Glimmer. I have a lot of work to do. I'm the only one doing work around here. And kind of glares at the other three that have just been watching me like rummage through the camp and look through everything. Like at this point, Popcorn's the job doer.
Oh, come on, Popcorn. It's these blue seeds that I know you really like. You can cook them up and do whatever you want with them. Here, look. And she just drops it down in front of you, not on top of you this time, as she flutters down to land.
Fucking pixies. Just picks up the bag and looks into it.
You do recognize these blue seeds. You like to cook stuff up, and you know these particular seeds, there's 4 of them, that if you take the time to cook them, they give the equivalent effect of a bark skin potion.
None of us going to question why this pixie is hanging out next to a funeral pyre of dead babies.
Yes.
You just see who made it.
Oh, yeah. Big human fella. Shiny
I do not
teeth.
like how casually she talks about this.
Well, he kept yelling at a sack, saying, and she like squats down to do like an impression. Oh, you quiet down or I'll throw more of your toys in the fire. Then he gave it a good whack, and then I got bored and I took a nap.
So they could still be alive.
Friend of yours?
Leshy babies.
Which way did they go?
He was gone by the time I woke up, but most of the humans, they come from the nearby town of, hold on, let me scroll to it, Petalbrook. Just that direction off the edge of the forest.
As we're talking, Popcorn's just frying up these berries.
Yep.
Petalbrook.
Give me a crafting check here.
Womp womp.
All right, let me see. I have to check the PDF.
I give him guidance.
Okay. You do manage to cook them up, so it's the equivalent of 4 barkskin potions. I think they gave me another little handout for that. There we go. Little barkskin potion thing there for you. But it does take like a good hour of work to do it properly without spoiling it.
Mm.
Is this really the right time to make lunch?
Especially since none of you eat.
Listen, you'll want these when you get into trouble later. Always trouble around this one. He points to Glimmer.
We do not have time to be playing pixie fairy games. We must find the Leshy babies.
Glimmer
Glimmer's
still
Leshy
standing there?
Babies.
Yeah.
The theme from Muppet Babies starts in my head.
You know, I know you're speaking literally when you say Leshy babies, Fluffang, but it somehow sounds sexual.
just the accent.
Yeah, it's probably too
a
heavy.
sick, perverted individual. And why is your voice coming from the sky?
That I was saying that as Glimmer, I'll have you know.
Okay.
I know. I imagine I didn't just stumble upon these skulls to make my flail, so I imagine I know what kind of trouble humans are going to be. So that's probably why I take the time to cook these.
Oh yeah.
Well, guess during that time, Bottlehead will pick some thorns and attach them to the end of his quarterstaff because it's going to be a fight.
Every now and then, Glimmer tries to come bug me while I'm cooking. I'm like, "Get away, you fucking donkey!"
Yep. After about 8 minutes, she grows bored and bids you all adieu and flits off. Pixies in general live life fast and hard, and they don't often have an attention span for things.
I take the chance when she's distracted to throw a piece of charcoal at her.
Revenge acquired.
Nice shot.
So now she's all covered in soot.
Mm-hmm. Up. You fired the shot this time, Popcorn. Next time we meet, I'ma get you.
Little puff of fire comes out as I laugh.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I would do.
All right.
I think that's what they call flirting.
Assuming you guys are going to start heading in the direction of Petalbrook.
Yeah.
Yes.
You guys take some more time walking through the forest. You eventually come to the edge of the forest where it's nice rolling green hills. There's occasional wildflowers. You see the very hallmark picturesque town of Petalbrook nearby. And as you guys are exiting the forest edge, you notice that you're not the only thing exiting the forest edge. As you see a small group of about 5 or 6 very curious and yet brave deer exiting the forest, looking in your direction, doing that thing where they'll look, they'll move forward a little bit more, and they'll keep looking. They're slowly edging their way towards you.
They want to eat us.
Quiet. Be on your guard, my companions.
As long as reaching
They
things
tried to
is
scare
near,
them away.
well, your odor will probably keep them away.
Perhaps. But that means they'll just eat you first.
They're definitely closing in. One of their tongues pop out and lick their nose for a moment and go back in.
Can I make an intimidate check to try to scare
Yes.
them off?
Yes, you can. All right, well done. It was a DC 20 intimidate. What do you do to scare off the deer?
I just try to. I wanted to say T-pose and stunt on him, but no, I just. I look at him, I lift my head in the air, and I just let out a puff of fire. And then roar.
They scatter and they go back into the forest, their snack proving too hearty. They were going to start nibbling on you, it says right here. I've got damage and everything. It's not an attack. It's literally they just nibble and take little tastes off your head.
I told you from the beginning, we have to watch out for the large herbivores.
You know what? When you're right, you're right. Anyway, this way. And I point to the direction of where we're following. We're headed toward the town area.
Yep.
To Peddlebrook.
So we're going into the land of murderers.
Well, hey, the Kingdom of Talador has a standing peace treaty with the denizens of Verduna Forest. They don't do deforestation, and poaching is technically illegal.
Do they know we exist?
Yes, very much so.
Well, I guess they wouldn't have specifically come to kidnap us if they didn't know we exist.
These people live on the edge of a fucking fairy tale forest. Like,
yeah,
they've seen some stuff.
We've met.
So you guys calmly start walking through the town with its charming little cobblestone road. A lot of the brick houses have ivy growing up the side as the townsfolk and farmer go about their business. And you do draw eyes. It's not like a crowd. It's very unusual to see a group of 4 Leshy just wandering in.
Excuse me, can you take me to your leader?
Give me a diplomacy here. So the child you're asking screams and runs away because you've got a dead fox on you.
Oh, that one was very loud.
So those soulless, empty eyes.
No, you're going to want to ask the ones that are taller than us.
Well, you do it.
So
Okay.
you could use a diplomacy or you can use a society. Diplomacy is diffusing tension to befriend the village. Your society is knowing how to behave properly within social norms to ask questions.
We live in a
Well
society.
then here, watch this.
I was hoping for another natural one.
I had a -1.
Watch this! Punches random man in the dick.
I had a -1 society. I really wanted it to be terrible.
Whole society as well.
That's right. You're supposed to take
The
off
main
your
lead
hat.
was
The trick is to do a
bad.
little dance while you ask the question. It gets them engaged.
So everyone except Bottle Speaker succeeded.
I follow along what Fluffling says. I just go and dance like a hula dance next to some people. Hi, we're looking for our kids. Can you help us?
Our main lead was a man with shiny teeth and a
That is
sack full of
such, like,
screaming fleshy children.
a chaotic thing. Where you're
Bottle
you're
Speaker
doing
says,
like the Cabbage Patch, unbroken eye contact. Have you seen my child? They have been kidnapped. By
It just makes me think when people make memes of what if humans communicated like bees. And it's just a bunch of people dancing, and it's just like subtitles. Your father died in a car crash. Oh God, did he suffer? Oh yes, it was horrible. And they're just like breaking out dancing. Anyway.
You were asking an actual serious question, Reaching Rings. Go ahead.
Just reviewing that our lead was there was a man with shiny teeth and a large sack full of the Leshy children.
One of the human villages you talk to, these roles are kind of like over some time of you guys canvassing and asking around town. A wizened old farmer goes, "Oh yeah, that sounds like old Darius Wick for sure. He's got them weird shiny teeth. He runs a alchemist and beeswax shop over on the edge of town. Oh, well, doesn't interact with people much. Always seems more interested in hosting parties for those fancy friends of his from the city, rather than being part of Petalbrook. Not sure why he sticks around. The shop's name is Crystals and Candle Wax. Southern Edge."
Thank you, sir. May the mycelia enrich your soil.
You too.
Yeah, have a good day. I go and just kick him in the foot.
Enjoy your next 24 hours.
Like all I can picture is Cope's character saying that, and like looking at the token, just that face saying that, like no emotion on it, it's just 3 holes, and just you hear, "Enjoy your next 24 hours."
God. Some Dr. Orpheus from Venture Time stuff. From Venture Bros. Grabs the dude's hand, his eye glows, and he says, 3 years, 4 months, 28 days. And the guy goes,
And
what?
then,
and then he says, and it'll be a stroke.
And then Flufffang goes, just for the record, he did not mean that. Do not call the authorities on us.
I'm sorry, am I
All
being
I
threatened?
wished him was what Popcorn said was for him to have a good next day. That is 24 hours.
Like, am I being threatened? Popcorn just looks up angry. Are we being detained?
Oh no.
No.
You don't want to detain us.
Just turn around and walks away.
Someone roll a perception real quick.
No one
Get
can
into our
contain
right.
Flufffang.
When Popcorn's going, he checks to make sure his wallet's still there because he's very good.
Hey, I'm trying to play up. I have no charisma.
He's like, wait, was I mugged? Was that what just happened? I don't.
Did he just pickpocket me?
I just had a conversation with a small group of plants, gave them directions, and then I think they threatened me.
No, just for the record, he was telling you to have a good day.
All right.
He does not get out much.
With talking to the murderers, kidnappers.
I mean, technically, he's outside all of the time, but I mean, like, outside of the garden.
I smell
Don't
something
tell them
over
where-
here.
Don't tell them where we came from.
They're all looking at me now. I'm going to go.
Absolute chaos.
Mhm.
I love one shots.
Oh, yeah. I assume you go to Crystals and Candle Wax?
It
Is that a strip club?
is now.
Can if you wanted to be.
Only if you try
That's what
hard
it
enough.
sounds like.
It is the place with the weird vegetable Jeffrey Dahmer that we're looking for.
Vegetable Jeffrey Dahmer.
Good human that eats vegetables.
So you eventually find the shop, and you go in through the front door. I will read the
Well,
little
burn it down, Popcorn.
I'll read you the little snippet here. As the shop's door swings open, a crystalline wind chime rings pleasantly. Far less pleasant is the shop's overpowering aroma of jasmine flowers, which rises like a curtain across the threshold. Crystals of all shapes and sizes are displayed in fine glass cabinets and hung from the ceiling, while colorful candles adorn shelves and line the walls and floor. As you guys enter in, there is a young-ish human man, brown hair, who's sitting behind the counter. He looked quite bored, and at the chime, he like sits up straight, like, "Oh, customer," and then he has to like lean over the counter, and he sees a group of 4 3-foot tall plant people walk in, and he's just goes,
Do not worry, I know how to handle these types. You have an aura that I can detect. It is telling me you know where the babies are.
Let us see your mouth bones, teeth.
Open your mouth.
"What?"
Popcorn just immediately starts trying to go to the back room or whatever there is.
Find them, Popcorn. Find
Well,
them.
hold on. Sorry, can I help you, Ford? I'm
You
sorry.
stole
I haven't-
the Leshy babies.
You see, as he's talking, he does not have shiny teeth.
It's not the one.
Oh, guys, we're in the wrong place. Guys, we're in the wrong place. He does not have the shiny teeth.
Oh,
I've seen
could be
anyone with shiny teeth.
I'm
Apprentice.
sorry. Are you looking for something? Like,
Do you know anyone who has shiny teeth and maybe likes vegetables?
someone stole Leshy babies. We try to find has shiny teeth, brown hair.
About yay tall.
We all stack on top of each other to put a length of a human.
I mean, the only person with really shiny teeth I know of would be my boss, Darius Wick.
I was gonna say Chip Skylark.
Yeah, Darius Wick. That's the person that the old man directed you to. He was like,
Oh yes,
but
I remember now.
well, he's currently doing some work in the back, and he's very determined that he shouldn't be disturbed, right?
Popcorn just screams, "To the back!" and just runs out.
Well, we were very determined not to have our babies stolen.
I
You
still
stay
can't.
right here.
I don't know if it's the accent or whatever it is, Michael. Well, the fact that you said you have the aura of someone who knows who can find the children. I'm like, what?
I was going because you said there were crystals all around the place.
Oh yeah, definitely, 100%. It's just such a funny thing to hear said out loud. You seem like the kind of guy who knows how to find minors.
You have an aura about you. It is not good, my friend. I'm pointing my quarterstaff at the guy behind the desk threateningly.
I mean, to be
Towards the
fair,
back.
I'm not saying they look a certain way, but if they did, they'd look like him.
I'm already running to the back.
Well,
This place just smells of flower death.
he's gonna get in front of you about the door thing. Goes, well, sorry, but
Attack.
my boss says not allowed anyone back there. It's my job.
Did he say any plants?
Then you're an accomplice.
Hold on.
Kidnapping.
Hold on. Okay, first off, the plant thing is very semantic, and I think we all know it.
I'm hitting him with my staff.
Oh damn!
that is a critical success. The man goes down.
All right, I'm now casting Shilligag. Well, no, I'll wait.
Shillelagh.
So,
Shillelagh.
Egg.
so
All
How
right.
do you say it? Shillelagh.
Shillelagh.
I need to look up. Do they have a taxi here? Do they have a?
I know you all do not get out much. If the city guard asks, he also stole the babies.
I'm pretty certain you just killed a man because your staff does lethal damage.
Well, if they steal the babies.
Well, he stole the babies.
So your staff you're the chaotic good one, I might add. Your staff catches this poor minimum wage
Neutral
worker side
good.
of the head, and he goes down. He hits his head on the edge of the counter, and he just goes down cold to the ground. A small pool of blood forming out of his temple.
I mean, I looked up a commoner. They have 10 hit points. Is this stack like 12 and 7, or is this just the 12?
12.
So he's not technically dead. Yeah, he's just dying.
He's doing death saves.
So should I hit him again?
No, do not hit him again.
No. Maybe stop bleeding.
If he lives long enough after, we will attend to him.
Oh my god.
Exactly. To the back. He's out of our way now.
He's not,
Climbing over him.
I just love that. He's not technically dead, so should I hit him again?
Yeah, popcorn's just gonna keep going on to the back.
Wait. Stop. Maybe we should.
Fine.
Okay.
Okay, you stabilize this poor innocent man.
I hate wasting my time on these murderers. Let's keep moving.
Okay, I am going to use one of my spells to scout ahead to make sure there are no sneaks or traps or surprises.
Man, you guys just really decided you didn't like humanoids. Just wild, considering you're all made by a druid.
Well, I mean, to be fair, my character has a reason because he didn't like the person who created him to start with.
Yeah.
I don't know what Cope's problem is.
I think he just wants to hurt people.
I feel like he should have been popcorn.
They
Look,
gave so many like
it goes really deep, but if you got down to it, the main root of it is the fact that he doesn't have real eyes or real mouth that moves, and his head is hollow, and he can pull it off, and it really doesn't matter, and he can put it back on, where the rest of y'all look like creatures, and the real creatures that were born naturally are real creatures, and so now he doesn't really like any of them because they eat his kind.
I'm telling you, I'm not sure he is a Leshy.
He has complex.
I love that the PEF here has like, oh yeah, you can persuade him or deceive him or some sort of trick. Maybe if you pretend to have interest in these crystals, you'll lower the DC. Coop just like, I hit him.
Well, we tried diplomacy, and we had to,
He did not
escalate
want
it.
to let us into his boss's room, so we put him to sleep for a couple of minutes. It's not that big of a deal. He didn't die.
But I guess Fluffang's going in there ahead of us.
I'm
invisible.
going in invisible.
All right, 1 second. I need to check the PDF stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
it doesn't end if you use a hostile action?
Oh, heightened effect.
Heightened effect. Yeah, that's a higher level thing.
So is that like upcasting
Yeah.
in 5e?
Pretty sure.
Yes, spellcasters can get the ability to heighten spells later on.
Oh, like meta magic?
Yeah, it says heightened fourth, so that probably means if you're using a fourth level
Yeah, if you use a
spell.
4th level spell slot, then you can get the heightened effect.
I like that.
Oh, so how long does it last without that?
I think it
10
still
minutes.
lasts a minute. Oh, 10 minutes. Right there. Yeah,
10
duration.
minutes, says right there. So why don't you go ahead and give me a perception as you're going down the stairs into the basement of the back room.
Does he need to make a stealth as well, or does his invisibility
Yeah, he
cover
can
that?
do a stealth too.
All right.
All right.
Does he get a bonus for invisibility, or how's that calculated in this?
Undetectable to creatures, I think. So
Yeah, that. Don't worry about that for right now. There's no bonus, is all I know. So as you go down, you enter a. I'll just move you over to the map so you can see. Just don't move your token quite yet.
all I see is darkness.
Can you guys see?
I can see my token, and that's it.
Okay. Yeah, because Lushies don't have dark vision. Do they?
I do when I'm raging.
Don't know.
Yeah, they do not have dark vision. So yeah. So you are in a pitch black room, Fluffang.
So I cannot see anything. Do I hear anything?
You hear the sound of like fire and something bubbling coming from this direction. And on a 21 perception, you hear a faint ringing sound like a tuning fork coming from over here.
All right. The map hasn't loaded in for me.
It's because you're in a dark room. That's why it's
Okay.
plain black.
Okay, you were just saying like over here and over there, and it wasn't. I couldn't see what you were talking about.
Oh. Can you? Yeah, can you see my blue arrow right now?
I can't. It's like doing a loading thing after you change the map.
Oh, okay, I see.
I can see it though, but like slightly to the right on the corner, the right side of the map, he was pointing that the tuning fork sound was coming, and slightly southwest was the sound of the bubble in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna go investigate the bubbling then.
All right. Do we want to wait until you can load in the map? I'll move your token, but
Have you tried to refresh?
Yeah, it's not going through how I want it. Okay, give me just a couple of minutes and I'll be able to fix it. Oh, no, I don't know if the internet's being fucky or not.
It's probably being fucky. Be like that at times.
You're like fucking Comadina.
But if you want to move my token there and just tell me what I see, we can continue that way if you want, Gombo.
okay. You move stealthily towards the direction where you hear the fire bubbling, and you find a wooden door fumbling around in the dark.
Okay. And it's a bubbling coming from behind the wooden door?
Yes, 100%.
Can I peek in?
Yes, you peek, open the door. You see a larger workshop. You see a big furnace built into one side of the wall. You see a big cauldron in the center of the room, surrounded by several tables filled with all manner of candles and tools. Around the cauldron of bubbling wax are two wax homunculi. And over near the furnace, you see a large, heavily built man with red hair and shiny teeth. I know you're on the game, but I'll share the handout for everyone else. Everyone else just to be able to see that.
Oh, that guy
Well,
has
he
an
looks
aura.
like a friend. Yes. He looked like a friendly, happy man. All the needles in his shirt pocket and whatever the fuck that is. That he's holding.
All right. Well, for the moment, it is not connecting to Roll20, but we can just continue forward. So
Like
can
a
you give me
super soaker and a caulk gun had a baby and it was retarded.
It looks like one of those guns they use to spray pesticides.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm guessing it's a very ugly person then.
I would not be surprised to learn he has ogre in his history.
Okay, so I'm going to
Especially
return
with those
to the others.
fingernails.
He wouldn't get a second date. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I'm going to return to the other Leshies and go tell them what I saw.
Here, I'll put it in a Skype chat for you.
It was a disgusting man creature.
Well, let's go kick his ass.
Did you see the children?
With a 21 perception, you did not.
No, I did not.
Perhaps
But
it
there were
took
also
by
other
surprise.
noises I could not investigate.
Can you find your way back through the darkness, or should we take one of these candles?
We should probably take a candle if we're going to go back in.
Or perhaps use the shopkeeper's hair.
You,
Rudimentary torch.
what are you going on about?
I don't know. I just had this idea. The longer I sat here and smelled rings.
I don't know. I forgot my medication today.
So one of my abilities is to let us roll stealth as a group at the lowest modifier amongst us.
Mhm.
So if we would like to try to sneak up on them,
So do we have to
probably
determine
have the highest at 11. So,
I have a 1. So I think I might have the lowest.
I have a 6. Wait, am I reading that right?
probably. It's the big number next to it.
I have a T5 proficiency in stealth.
Mhm.
A 1
Yep.
mod, so
So we'll roll a d20 plus 1. 12.
but
Yes.
does only one of us need to pass it? Is that the idea?
Yeah, it's a single check at the lowest modifier. So
So he rolled,
Oh.
and that's like the group roll.
Oh.
and let me.
So we're sneaking in with a 12. Let me know when I can start
Oh.
moving my token and all that, but I wanted to wait until you're good, Gamba.
Okay. You can go ahead and move then, moving forward on a 12 roll.
Just gonna step in front of the door and look in.
Mm-hmm.
I guess this would be stepping in front of the door.
Mm-hmm.
Looking in, it looks like there's a guy in there. It looks like there's some smaller people.
Yes, those are 2 candle wax homunculi. Little Batmen.
Oh God,
do
he
they
puts-
look anything? Do they look anything like a bottle speaker? I feel like
A
he may
little.
be some sort of wax homunculi.
These
I
ones
mean,
look a
they
little
have
bit more
the same
defective.
skin tone.
Looking in, does it look? You said we don't see the little leshies, so
You do not.
They look more alive.
should
Okay.
should we charge in?
Absolutely. I'm going to cast Shillelagh before we go.
I'm gonna chew on my barkskin berry.
Yeah, good idea.
Alright.
Can you take a bio break real quick before combat?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get some water then. I'll be right back.
Straight up knock that guy out.
I know, we chased off the one combat encounter and turned the social encounter into a combat encounter.
Just wonk.
Oh, you know, we are chasing missing people whom I'm guessing are being turned into perfume, given the smell of the shop and the petals we found.
Oh my gosh.
It
You
says
have
what?
I said you have the aura of someone who knows where babies are.
Anyway, I was just looking at the potion. It says you gain the effects, but that's what the effects are.
Mhm.
So, yeah, but
Yeah.
so
Yeah, I have to look that up on AO1 real quick. All this stuff was made for me. I didn't actually put any of this stuff in. So
Yeah, well, you threw it up as a short notice thing last week.
I'm back.
here we go. The effects of bark skin. I'll put that in.
Gains
sketch
a resistance 2 to bludgeoning and piercing.
Yep. And a weakness to fire. Weakness just means that you take 3. You just take that much additional damage. So if it's weakness 3, then that means you take 3 additional damage when you take fire damage.
Although I think I take less damage from fire.
Yes, you do.
I
So
have
it's
I resist piercing and the type of damage. It just says resist, so it doesn't have a number to it. So I'm not sure what that is.
It should say.
Resistance increases by 2, weakness increases by 3, so it must be a number.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
What?
Be hilarious if it was a multiplier or divider. Triple damage.
Maybe I don't get it at this level. Actually, hold on. Okay, no, that's a level 9 feature. I was looking at.
Okay, yeah, that
No,
makes
okay. Never mind.
Oh, wait, yeah, it says, second level, so we get the heightened off of it too. So we're actually getting 4 resistance and
Gotcha.
6 fire weakness. That could be problematic. How much hit points? Okay, we got 38 hit points. So still gonna hurt, but might not one-shot us.
Mm-hmm. Well, the squishiest amongst you has 35 hit points. So.
I'm sitting in like the 50s, I think.
Yep, you got some beef.
I'd hope so. I'm the fucking barbarian.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so Cope's back.
I think we're just waiting for Michael.
Yep.
I get the feeling they were meant to be used against the deer. It's unlikely the deer would be able to throw fire damage at us.
They Voltron together and form a fire deer.
Deer clops with its flaming sword for no reason.
Didn't know the fucking Decepticons dipped into the fucking deer model.
Well, there were Predacons, but yeah.
God, what was it? The Beast Wars, like the good one's name? Because I remember it was something stupid.
Maximals.
Maximals, that's what it was. Because they used to call out instead of Autobots roll out, it was Maximals and Maximize.
Yeah, it's an Optimus Primal.
Yep. I'm not gonna lie, I watched the shit out of that show when I was younger. Looking back now, the animation of it was so bad.
Stars. Oh yeah, it was early CG. But...
Oh yeah.
Actually, I don't believe the bark skin potion gives you the heightened effect at this level. Because it is heightened +2, and it's already a second level spell, so it would need to be level 4. If I understand correctly.
Yeah, I think so.
What's the point of it being a second? Or is the spell itself second level?
The spell itself is second level.
Heightened +2 means you're adding 2 spell levels to it to get the other effect.
Right.
Okay.
Honestly, at this level, it'd probably be better than a heightened.
Mm-hmm. Also, I love the names they give the different acts in this PDF. Like, we're in Act 1 here, and it's called the Great Grain Robbery.
Oh god, we're still in Act 1?
Yeah.
It's
We got like 2 hours, man.
I know.
We cleared all of Act 1 in like a singular hour.
Yeah.
Chapter 2, Dig for Plots.
We're probably just gonna have to speed run Act 2. Just start killing everything you see.
Okay, you had a good relationship with your druid. What's your problem?
I told you, he's starting to resent his creation.
But
He's
then
gonna
you
take-
gave life to your daughter. How does that make sense?
I don't know. Maybe he hoped it would make him feel closer to
Listen, we should have let Cope play popcorn. It would have made more sense.
real.
But then the shop would be on fire above us.
This is true. Listen, he should know better than to set fire to a field or a building. He's learned his lesson twice now.
Yes. We are going to set fire to the field when we leave.
Crack that guy in the head.
I mean, I don't think it was unreasonable. They kidnapped our younglings, and then his excuse was, my boss doesn't want to be disturbed. Get the hell out of the way, man.
I mean, ultimately, yes, but you have to realize for him that was 45 seconds of confusion, and then you bludgeoned him.
And honestly, it was 40 seconds too long. Somewhere in the druid's description, it said he considers himself the protector of his people. So he's outraged. And he doesn't like these living creatures. Think they're so much better than us. Just because they can move their eyeballs.
Everyone except you in the party can move their eyeballs.
I know, that's why I think they're all morons too.
Well, guess you need to find forest protective services for his child.
Yeah. The story of Bottle Speaker is going to be a long and sad story filled with a lot of negative energy, a lot of self-hate,
God.
a lot of very little God, a lot of death.
So this is canon in our world.
Yeah, look into those soulless eyes and tell me he's not fleeting to just kill me.
I'm sorry.
Welcome back to the conversation. He's explaining how Bottle Speaker's actually a self-hating moral nihilist.
Yeah, I was trying to fix the internet.
Yeah.
Because it's still not letting me onto the battle map. I'm going to try one more thing.
Yep. They both up at the same time.
Check. Mic check.
The fuck is credits?
Yeah, occasionally some interesting stuff can be found in movies and credits that people's eyes just kind of glance over.
I mean, it's a
What was
scrolling
that
thing of text.
supposedly in?
I do not know.
And that goes back to the Monty Python skit.
I mean, can you imagine putting that on your resume?
Sperm
Like,
wrangler.
oh yeah, I was a sperm wrangler. Although, to be fair, depending on where you're interviewing, that could get you more.
Yeah, in the porn industry, it's probably a really big get.
I actually feel like that would be just on most of their fucking applications.
I mean, it could just be like a horse bet.
You're in charge of fluffing the horse. Oh, God.
Well, a lot of those stallions, they have to manually collect.
Yeah.
I don't know if they do that for bulls. I'd never heard of that back when I was younger, but I've actually seen them try and lift a bull so that it could proceed with mating, and it just seemed like it was all just very wrong.
The context that just seems so fucking funny to me. Man, I'm too lazy for sex. Yo, humans, lift me up.
Yeah, I mean, it was a backhoe and a very large leather strap around it.
I'm going to be completely honest here. If a bull needs a human's help to reproduce, it has not been naturally selected.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was not in a herd. I mean, it wasn't competing for the ladies. The lady was locked up, and yeah.
So everyone there.
Michael's back. I think he's trying to figure out.
Yeah,
his,
I'm back. I just can't get onto the. I mean, I guess we can continue if someone else would have to move my token. I can't access it how it is, but I have connection to the Skype call.
That's fine with me. I mean, I can bounce you along and roll numbers for you.
Sure. Give me 1 second. I'm just gonna. This. There as well.
Worst boy, 8 off him.
Oh my god.
I remember pretty much everything that was on the sheet, so.
Gaffer, what's a gaffer?
All right, last one, and then we'll get back into it. There's apparently quite a few things. That worst boy was from Airplane too.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
Whoever grabbed
Never
the pole.
grabbed the pole.
All right. So, as you guys chew your seeds and cast Shillelagh, you see Darius come over here. His shiny teeth, which are in fact crystals, appear longer and sharper than they were a moment ago. And he sticks his large candle wax making gun into this a cauldron of boiling wax, and he pulls the handles back and it makes a sucking sound as it pulls the wax into it. And his eyes fixed directly on the door where you guys are, because his passive is 19. You got a 12 on yourself. So
Your shiny teeth cannot hide your crimes.
Right. Get in here. Guess I'm making some new sense today. Bring up the initiative.
I feel you dislike my kind as much as I dislike yours.
On guard.
Where's initiative, guys?
Underneath perception, there's a button that says initiative that's right next to perceive.
So initiative's tied to perception?
It has varying skills depending on the context. If you attack someone socially, you can use deception, like where you're conversing with them and then you just pull a knife and stab them. You can use deception instead of perception.
Oh, nice.
But perception is the default one.
Wow. It truly is the Uber skill.
All right. First up, Bottle Speaker. So now, as a quick rundown on combat in 2nd edition Pathfinder, there is no movement action, standard action, bonus action, any of that gubbins. Instead, you have 3 actions, and that can be like 3 attacks, 3 moves, any combination. I believe, and someone's free to correct me if I'm wrong, I believe you can still only cast 1 spell, if I remember correctly.
think, but there's multiple layers of spells sometimes. So like
Yeah.
some spells have multiple actions you can devote to one spell. Like you can use 3 actions for one spell.
Right,
And
or
make
some
it stronger.
take multiple, like Fluffang's Invisibility there costs 2 actions to cast.
And I recall
Yeah.
maintaining is a single action for some
Correct.
spells.
So you can technically attack 3 times, but every attack after the first one will take a cumulative -5 penalty.
Hmm.
So it is your turn.
Cope,
Is the-
did you roll initiative for Fluffang?
Oh, right. I forgot.
Oh yeah. Do you want me?
Yeah, here,
Or
I
just
got
give me
it.
access to his.
Yeah, sure.
I do like that these sheets. I didn't have to click on the token.
That is a new feature that they just put in today in Roll20.
That is huge because that's always
It's amazing that they haven't done that before now.
yeah.
Edited by Cope. There we go.
Fluffang. I shall harness your powers for good.
Assault on Minor.
And a 15.
I, for one, love Roll20 and think they should throttle everyone else while we're playing.
All right, Cope. It's your turn.
All right, so I could cast a cantrip with 1 action. Does movement take an action?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll notice that your movement speeds are a bit lower than they are in Pathfinder First Edition. Like a human's normal speed is 25, but that's because they're functioning under the assumption that if you really want to get someplace, you can take 2 movement actions and move 50 and still attack. So
I've got a speed of 30.
yes, because you've got some druidy stuff going on.
Okay, is this like 5e where you can? Oh, there's that little creature where you can move, attack, move, attack, move, attack.
They're just separate actions. You got 3 actions. So you
Yeah.
could spend 1 action to move, 1 action to attack, then 1 action to move again.
So you can't move 10 feet, attack, move the rest of your 10 feet, attack, and then move 10 feet more.
So
Yeah.
yeah, there's no
You
more
need to move all 30 at
distinctions.
one time.
There's no more distinctions between actions anymore. They're basically blank slates. You just get
Mhm.
3 to do with whatever you
Yeah.
want in whatever order you
But
want.
from what you're saying, Cope, I'm pretty sure it's correct where if you interrupt your movement to do an action, that ends that first round of movement, so then you'd have to use
Yeah.
another turn.
Correct.
Should be another action. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you
Alright.
can do any of them in any sequence you want. But if you interrupt the movement, you can't complete your movement after you've already started doing your action. You'd have to use another movement action, I think.
Yeah. Pretty
All
sure.
right, so that's 30 for Bottle Speaker. He will. This little dude's riding in his hat.
Yeah.
And
You just want me to remove the token, the familiar token for now?
No, I'll live with it. I'll double
Alright.
grab him next time because I'm gonna put him to action at some point, I guess.
Alright.
And then he will attack using. I don't know what any of these do, but this seems like a good idea for a hot fireman. Maybe Ray of Frost. Give me 1 second. Sure. I'm going to click this and just see what it does.
Attack of 22 for 3 cold.
Mhm.
Well, that's not very much damage.
Cantrip, 2 actions. So were you targeting Darius or one of the homunculi with that?
Does the ray go through people?
No, it's just like it's a cantrip attack. It's not a beam.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a single target attack.
Yes.
Okay. Sure. Let's target the little guy.
All right. Sure. Because that will hit. I know their AC is yeah.
And what is it in this? If it's a high, is it 5 higher or 10 higher than their AC that's considered a critical?
10 higher, and it's
Okay.
not a critical hit.
Yeah. I was just asking and to clarify in case for future.
Yes. Yeah, it's 10 higher. All right. You zap the candle wax homunculus with a little bit of cold damage. And that's 3 actions for your turn.
Mm-hmm.
Popcorn.
First action going to rage.
Mm-hmm.
Second action is going to be to move to here. Third action is going to be a swing at the homunculus.
All right. That will hit. Nope, not enough to do critical hit, but it is 12.
I believe that's all I can do.
Homunculus's turn. Let me see here. Oh yeah, here we go. This was a reaction after your attack, so it's not its turn, but perfume aura. I want to read that for a second while I check this. Because that will affect popcorn, but not
Okay, sorry, I was muted. What happened?
reaction. The homunculus used its perfume aura.
Okay, I have to make a fortitude save.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, you succeed, so you're not sickened.
Gotcha.
All right, so the homunculus to the north here is going to spend 2 of its actions to dunk its head real quick in this cauldron of candle wax. And it is going to heal 2d6.
So you're telling me your whole thing is farting in jars?
And then that one that just healed itself is going to attack popcorn with its jaws. 23?
That'll hit. I will take. This is weird because I'll take 2 less, but then 2 more, I believe.
Yeah, because it's 4 piercing and then 2 fire.
Okay, so no, I take 3 more fire. So I take a net 1 extra from what's listed.
Mm.
So 4, 6, 7 points of
We
damage.
may have played ourselves.
Yes, I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of that as the reaction of free action to dismiss the spell after I get hit by fire damage.
Then the other candle-scented homunculus is going to reach into its stomach and pull out a glob of hot wax and chuck it at Bottle Speaker. 20.
Oh, wait, I think that misses.
You didn't use an action to raise your shield though.
Oh, no, it does not miss then.
You can use your reaction to use your raise shield ability.
Okay, I will do that.
If I remember, you have that because you linked that way at the beginning. Let's see, because that your shield.
Yep, I do. I have shield block as an action, a reaction.
Yeah, a reaction.
Amount of damage up to the shield's hardness.
Yes. I believe you have a wooden shield.
3 hardness.
All right, so yeah, you would reduce the incoming damage from 4 by 3, and your shield takes that damage, so you should see a little shield hit point.
Yeah, it's got hit points.
I kind of like that. It makes shields feel special. So instead, you only take 1 persistent fire damage.
Does that mean I need to put myself out?
Yes. But that is the you know what? It is going to use another action to throw a second glob, this one at popcorn, but it's going to be at a significant penalty because it's multi-attack. Well, let me double check this. Yeah, you're just within its first range increment. So this is against popcorn. That'll miss.
Yeah.
And what the hell? It's going to go for a third one. Looking for that 20. No.
Wait, didn't it already use an action to throw the first glob? So.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah, never mind. 3 actions.
1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Yep. No, sorry, my brain hurt today.
No problem. Reaching rings.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's 2 actions to get over and stuck in. Let's see. Just noticed one of my attacks is sack of rotten fruit.
Oh yeah, did I not? I forgot to give that. Here you go.
It's probably part of why you stink.
Why did you decide to make bottle speakers so fucking mean?
I completely explained it.
No, I understand your backstory reason. Why did you
as the
my
player.
friend,
I
decide to
just,
make
when
it-
I looked at his face, I was like, that is an unhappy creature. And then as the other creatures kept popping up, I was like, oh my gosh, he's even more unhappy because they look like beautiful, strange creatures, and he looks like this abomination.
Mm-hmm.
He is just upset he did not get a beautiful life.
He was so sad. He tried to create another creature, and now it lives in his head. I mean, come on.
Okay, so that homunculus is very dead.
Did he get a critical?
Yeah, their AC is 17 and he got a 28.
Damn.
He did
so
24 damage?
yes, because his rapier has deadly, which means that when he critical hits, instead of I think it's a D6, it does D8s.
Nice.
Yeah.
So that's a very dead one.
Agent Range just runs in and shanks bitch.
Yeah, you run in, you stab it straight through the middle, and it goes, "Oh no, my dreams!" and it dies. Now it's just a puddle on the ground. Darius is all like, "It's okay, I like that one the least."
Going into this, Gombo's like, this is just it's goblins but whimsical. And then we're playing it as I hate Fairyland.
I hate humankind. Part 2.
Most of you have good relationships with druids and stuff.
Like the one who doesn't has done like most of the least work of hating humans.
But you still have one more action if you want to do anything like that.
I think he had a double move.
It
didn't he,
was,
to get there?
yeah, it was a double.
Oh, it's a double move? Okay. Fluffang, are you seeing the battle map yet?
No.
All right, Fluff.
All right,
I'm gonna
but what?
Sorry, I was going to give you a minute to kind of narratively say what you kind of want to do. You're you're at least 2 actions away from physical combat.
Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say, the only thing you will be smelling today, my friend, is justice. And then, without giving them enough time to think about what that even means, he's going to do his bardic inspiration, his inspire courage, and say, you do not know about my duel with Gaseous Gabe and the 1 million. What are these homunculus?
Do you want Cope, since you have access to the sheet, could you post the Inspire Courage so we know what it does?
I'm looking for it right
It's
now.
under spells.
Okay, thank you. I'm on the wrong page then. Sparker.
And then I am going to target the closest homunculus that's being targeted by someone else.
Currently, no one's engaging any of the enemies right now.
Then
You would
I'll
have
just
to
target
double
close.
move to get up to a homunculus.
Yeah.
Then I'll just I will single move. Then I guess closer, and then I don't know. Cope, can you look on there and do?
Yep, you've got Sound Burst, Command, Soothe, True Strike. Those are only real combat ones.
Does he have a ranged weapon?
No, just his rapier.
Gotcha.
Then what does Sound Burst do?
I don't know.
And how many actions is it to use?
Sound Burst takes 2. The only 1 actions you have are True Strike and Message.
And what does True Strike do?
A glimpse into the future ensures your next blow strikes true the next time you make an attack roll between before the end of your turn.
So this
So
turn.
that wouldn't work.
Yeah.
Okay, then I think that might just have to be the end of my turn because I don't really want to just get in closer for them to just be able to attack me on their
Yep.
turn.
Makes sense. All right. Darius. Let me see here.
But I am doing the bard thing. I am doing my inspiration.
I always forget. Cones traditionally actually start on a space in front of the person, not on the actual token.
Usually
right?
a corner of their token.
Oh, okay, that would make sense. Down to corner.
Or edge, but
Okay. Well, no good way to do this otherwise, so I'll just do it. He's gonna step up here. He's gonna level his hot wax gun. He's gonna spray it in a cone that'll hit both reaching rings and popcorn.
that's a lot of numbers.
Yep.
It's a DC reflex.
Yep. DC 20 reflex save. So
that?
popcorn fails. Reaching rings succeeds. So on a success, reaching rings you take 4 damage. On a failure, popcorn you take 16 fire and 4 persistent fire damage.
Was that like what I take it each turn or something?
Tell you, put yourself out. But that was an action to step, and then it's 2 action to spray you all with his hot wax gun.
Mm.
And so now it is Bottle Speaker's turn.
All right. He is going to move up and attack with his quarterstaff. So I've got a +1 from Shillelagh and then a +1 from the inspiration to attack.
That'd be 14, but that would still miss.
Okay. So that's a single attack. So can I swing again?
Yes.
Make sure you hit the number 2 one though.
Did you
The
hit the
number
number
2 one, I did not hit the number 2 one.
Okay, so that'll be make it 16, but you'd still get the +2 from Shillelagh and Bardic Inspiration, which would mean that would hit. So it would do 7 damage.
Plus 8 plus, so it'd do 9 damage. Oh wait, and 1 more damage die from Shillelagh. So
I always forget. Shillelagh's like a
12.
feat or something, isn't it?
It's a spell.
A spell. That's it.
It'd
I
do
was-
12
I-
damage.
I was just so confused. I was like, wait, so does he have a shillelagh and a flail? But
No,
yeah.
he cast it on his staff.
Yeah, Shillelagh's a druid spell that turns a club or a staff into a like 2d8
Mm,
weapon. It's pretty beastly.
yeah, that homunculi is very beat up, but
It's-
it's still around.
It's just a weird name for a spell because a shillelagh is just a fucking real ass weapon.
Yeah, it's a stick that you hit people with.
It's like having a spell named sword.
Yeah, it is. It is definitely. All right, popcorn.
I'm gonna move here and use my breath weapon.
Mhm.
I believe, yeah, it'll. Sorry, it's still snapping the corner. Because if it comes out of him, it'll hit him for sure too. So they both have to make a reflex save against mine. That's a 19.
All right. See where on this thing the saves would be at. Oh, there we go. So reflex for Darius, 26. And then reflex with homunculi. 12, which would fail.
Yeah, so I think he takes half damage, and it's only a d6, so 6 points of damage to the homunculus.
That
fire.
does melt the homunculus down to nothingness.
And then I can use my last action to make a single attack against this guy.
Yeah, shit, I like that one a little bit more.
16 total to actually.
16 total. His AC, that will miss. His AC is 18.
Gotcha. And that'll be my turn.
The only thing you will be taking to a liking to is the tip of my blade.
Reaching rings.
Mm-hmm. So I'll scoot over. I assume it's still a move action.
Mm-hmm.
I'll double check.
Okay.
So I will make first swing with my short sword and second swing with my rapier.
Okay. Let me check. Let's see. Okay, so I believe the first one will miss because flat-footed would just pretty sure that's still just no dex. I think that hasn't changed.
You got a +1 from inspiration.
Yeah.
I think this is 18 though, still misses.
Well, if he's flat-footed minus dex, because I believe that's what that does.
It's only flat-footed against the second one.
Oh, only the second one. Okay, yeah. Then the first one will still miss.
Doesn't say
but
if the first one's to hit or not. But
that second one will definitely.
It's 26, and what is it? A natural 20? Doesn't that also mean it gets a +10 on top of whatever the number is?
No.
I thought that's how criticals work in this. That they get an added bonus.
You
when
can
they
double
crit.
check, but I don't believe so because it automatically rolls critical damage here.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter anyway, because he's gonna get a crit regardless. But I think that's how it works.
I mean, double check because
I'm looking at it.
I read it earlier this morning and I don't. remember.
Let's see. If you roll
Richard,
a 20 on the
saying the
die,
I remember it
natural-
says you do double damage. I don't know why you get double damage and +10.
well, no, I think that what happens is that because it's from what I remember, people talking about, they did that because like sometimes a natural 20 still won't hit, so it gives. I don't know. I'd have to look it up, and I'm not going to try to. It doesn't matter either way.
Here we go. Critical hits. When you make an attack and you succeed with a natural 20 on the die, or if the result is higher than the ACs by 10, you achieve a critical hit.
Oh, okay.
You critically succeed a strike, your attack deals double damage. Other attacks, yeah, so it's just the double damage.
Okay.
It
No. Okay.
doesn't
I
additional
misunderstood
damage.
then.
So that's nice. So if you have a really high attack bonus and you
Yes.
roll like a 28 and their AC is a 17, you get a critical hit on them.
Yeah, no matter what. That means that's why characters with weapons with the deadly quality, like Kenneth has, if you're hitting soft targets that are weaker than you start mopping them up pretty quickly.
Yeah,
Show
I didn't mean to stall everything, but I was
No
just kind
worries.
of curious.
Yep. So you stab him really good in the gut, and he's bloodied now.
At least those you've kidnapped, and we may be merciful.
Fluff Fang.
All right, you are, it looks like 25 feet away.
All right, then I'm going to close the distance. I'm going to continue my.
I was wrong. 30 feet.
All right, and there is no flanking.
There is. His AC will be 2 lower because Popcorn is opposite of you.
Okay, so then I will get into place for flanking. I will continue my Inspire Courage, but that'll be all my actions, right? Because it's a double move.
All right. Darius' turn. Let's see.
Does Inspire Courage take an action to uphold after you've started it?
I believe so.
It is time to smell the roses, my friend. Or should I say, the dandelions.
It's an action that only lasts one round, Cope.
Yep.
Oh, so you do have the action since you can't. Inspire Courage only lasts a single round, so you could attack with your rapier if you'd like, Michael.
Yeah, then I will.
All right, give it a stab.
Coming at you.
Womp womp.
That will miss even with the flanking bonus, though.
Ah, it was the mushroom. He messed up my aim. With all of his brooding, it distracted me.
Darius is going to take his hand off of his wax gun, and you see that the end of his fingers have elongated into like these crystalline claws, and he's going to take a slash at reaching rings. 14?
I think my AC is 20. Yes, 20.
All right, that'll miss.
All we need to do is find some gluten to feed him.
Where are we going to get gluten at this hour?
DoorDash?
No, we're in a fantasy. It's your dash, like YORE dash.
He's then going
1
to
gallon gluten.
Is then going to metabolize one of his mutagens that he had drank, healing himself 9 hit points, but his teeth and claws go away.
Alchemist.
And then he is going to try to get some distance. There we go. Bottle speaker.
Right. Just time to deliver death.
Yeah, never mind.
Yep, no AOs.
Yeah, I remember that as I was saying it.
A 19 to hit.
That will hit.
All right, so it's also got 1d8 plus 1. So 11 damage.
Cracks him upside the head.
Whack him again with the number 2 this time. Oh, yeah.
That'll hit.
So 11 damage.
All right. He is not looking good at all. The healing he got from that mutagen, which did give him a boost to his AC, but that does not matter because frickin' the shillelagh's going to town. Popcorn.
I'm gonna go ahead and begin moving. That wouldn't be flanking, would it?
AC. Oh, still set to corners. Hold on. There we go. No, I don't think that is.
If I use my reach ability, would this be considered flanking?
Yes.
Then I'm gonna do that. It makes it so my damage die is down 1, so I'll have to roll the damage separately.
Mhm.
But War Flail.
That will. Oh wait, his AC is too lower, so that will hit.
Yep. So that'll be 10 damage plus 4 fire damage, so 14.
Yeah, he's down.
Wait, no. It would be a little bit different. Let me roll a d8 because it's not a d10. I forgot.
Oh right, okay. Let's see because he's got 9 hit points.
So 4 plus 8 plus another 4, so still 12 instead of 14, essentially.
Yeah, he's still down.
Yeah.
Also, don't forget the persistent fire damage on both you and Bottle Speaker.
Oof.
Oh, yeah.
So it's just like 2 points of fire damage on Bottle Speaker, and then
And it's 4 on me, I think.
Yeah.
I'll put myself out next turn.
Well, that's the end of combat though, because you just took him out.
Quick, find the children.
Stop, drop, roll.
Yeah.
Right.
Twin spout comes down and pats out my fire.
Yeah,
Should
there
just
are at
have her
least
do that a
2
while
other
ago.
doors in here. Guess I'll go
Yes.
to the.
So yeah, because they didn't give me the dynamic lighting option for the doors on these ones. So this is a storeroom filled with lots of candle reserves. This one over here appears to be a bedroom.
Can I grab one of like the timber and just make like a makeshift torch so we can see in the dark?
Sure. I mean, I can just move you guys back to the main screen. This isn't like a dungeon delving
No,
situation.
but just for flavor that I make it so we
Yeah.
can actually see.
Before we move forward, could I do a strength check real quick?
To do-
see if yeah, bottle speaker's gonna go ahead and roll his body into that giant furnace that was in front of.
Fuck's sake!
Jesus Christ, Cope.
You
I know
are
it's a
not
one shot,
neutral-
but damn.
You are not neutral good. That is dark.
Bottle speakers out for blood.
Like,
I think we should change him to chaotic.
We
evil
just
this
saw
way.
the fire pit where we thought he burned our people.
Listen, you're supposed to be a good person, Cope.
yeah.
I am good. He's
Even-
bad.
Even
needs to
Barrel
burn.
Walker would have done it as quickly and painlessly as possible, not burn alive, motherfucker.
He was already dead. Just
No, he was doing death saves. He was
Just
bleeding
imagine like
out.
the.
well.
I just imagine like
Look, if you can't handle the fire, don't stay in the kitchen.
the warm light from the fire ominously shining on the unmoving face of that character.
Good God.
So, in any of the boxes, do we find the missing leshies?
You do not. Though, looking around in his bedroom, you do find a business ledger. Inside are meticulous descriptions of crystals, candles, alchemical concoctions, and one entry that stands out to you: a recent order, houseplants, lavender, made by Lady Constance Melosia, successfully delivered very recently by hand to her manor house in the nearby town of Rosentree.
Well, we may need to visit this location.
Mm-hmm.
The notes in the margins of the ledger makes it clear that they were for a centerpiece for a upcoming gala. Looks like the day is tomorrow.
Better get a move on then. Before we leave, can I check and see what that tuning fork sound was?
Sure. There's these crystals on a table. If you get close to them, the trap will trigger and you'll take sound damage.
Okay. Oh, no thanks.
Anything else you guys wish to do before you leave this place? Because there was like the storeroom and stuff too.
Yeah, looking through it. We'd be looking through it, so.
All right.
Yeah, that's what I asked, was if we found any of the
Oh,
any
sorry.
of the boxes.
Yeah, sorry, I missed that. Give me a craft check or a perception check.
It's the same. I'll just do craft.
All right. You both succeed. So you find 2 moderate cognitive mutagens, hand out there, and 2 moderate bestial mutagens, hand out there.
Mm-hmm.
If he had any more on his body, we will never know because he was burned alive.
I'm definitely taking one of those mutagens of beast. Because I want a bite attack.
Oh, yeah. He was only mostly dead. We had to make sure.
Yeah, real lucky you found that ledger that gave you a clues to where the Leshy children are. Well, we couldn't find anything. Bottle speaker, use your healing magic to bring him around and we'll interrogate him. Standing next to an open furnace with an arm sticking out? I'm sorry, do what now?
Don't you think it'd be cruel to bring him back at this point?
right. I will be right back, and then we will get into Chapter 2, Dig for Plots. We're back.
Did he say Chapter 2, Dig for Plots?
Or the number.
Oh, dig 4. Oh no, we're going to have to dig 4 graves.
Revenge.
I'll be right back.
Well, I'm going to pee. Want to go with me, Kenneth?
Sure, you've avoided doing it on stream so far.
Yes.
All right, I'm back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So,
Howdy.
you guys are going to get to rest for the night before you reach Rosentree. So let me quickly look up how healing the rest works.
You heal a number of Leshy points equal to the amount of Leshies in your Leshy pool.
The character regains hit points equal to their Constitution modifier multiplied by their level. Loses all fatigue and may prepare new spells.
So 6 in my case. It's at con times level.
Contact level. Once everyone's all healed up and ready to go, let me know. It's like everyone is muted on my end.
Mm-hmm. I'm scrolling through memes on my Discord servers while people are taking care of biological imperatives.
I was only gone for like 2 seconds.
Yes, you were only gone for 2 seconds.
I'm back.
When you came back,
Okay.
I did the thing you had mentioned.
I didn't leave. I've been here.
I think it was just me.
And I don't know about
also
Cope.
went to pee, but I
Uh,
think he made pause.
Listen, the amount Cope drinks, I'm surprised he's not in the bathroom 24/7 when we're playing.
He is sometimes,
Yep.
as we know. I was just saying that you're going to get a night's rest before you reach Rosentree. So you heal a number of hit points equal to your Constitution modifier times your level.
Okay, con
In it-
modifiers 2, time level 3, 6.
Yes, and of course, once Cope gets back, if he wishes to dispense any healing spells at the end of the night before he...
Yeah, I'm gonna need that. I'm only at 28 after the long rest out of 53. I have some potions I can take, but
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Heard my
How was-
name as I was walking in. What do
yeah,
I
we
need to do?
need some heals if you have any to spare because I'm pretty beat up.
All right. I was just trying to look it up for how many spells a druid has a day, and it looks like at 3rd level I have 3 first and 2 second. Does wisdom modify that in this game?
I do not believe so, no.
We are taking a long rest, so any spells you have, you can just blow on healing for now.
So I just gotta figure out what I used. So I used 1 first.
You used Shillelagh, and then I think that's stabilized cantrip.
Both
Yeah,
of those are
stabilize
cantrips,
it.
aren't they? So they
I
don't
don't think
actually
s-
use spell slots?
I don't think Shillelagh is, but
Okay,
Shillelagh's a first level.
gotcha.
But
I'm
I've
used
got
to
heal.
the other versions of it that are cantrips, so...
yeah.
All right, so I'm going to click this, but heal says it uses 1 to 3 actions, so I kind of want to read what that means.
1 action looks like it's a touch. 2 actions, 3 to your feet increases the heal by 8. 3 actions.
A 30-foot area that we all get healed.
Holy shit, that's really powerful for 1 spell.
Yeah, they made action healing actually fun. Did you look at that?
Okay, so
So it's a 1d8 plus 8 per time you use it to everybody.
yep. So here we go. This will be good for everyone.
11.
I'm still hurt if you have more.
Oh, I definitely have more. Hold on. Fixing myself.
I'm at 39 of 53, so.
That's 3 first level spells.
I mean, if you have any more, you can just burn them. The heightened one, if it's a second level spell, it heals an additional 1d8, and another 8 for the 2 action. Then, so it's basically 2d8 plus 16 for a second level spell.
Good lord, that's strong.
I like that though, because healing has been very underwhelming for most systems. So
Yes.
So there we go. With the second level spell, I just healed everyone for 31 hit points.
For most of their hit points for everyone else, but besides me, and
For
I'm up to
one.
full now.
And granted, that is taking, like, if you did it in combat, that would
Your
be,
entire round.
That'd be your entire round, but that's fantastic. I want to play a healer in Pathfinder 2e. I've never wanted to play a healer before.
Yeah, it definitely does feel more actiony.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have do their druids shape change? I know I'm the herbalist form, but
yes, they can.
Okay. So I've never played a druid, so that's one thing I want to do.
Think we're good to go. Interrupt a party soon.
All right, so we're gonna sleep after this.
Yeah, they're basically resting as they're like having to rest before we can get there.
Right, so that'll restore your spell slots. Obviously, just take whatever you have. I forget if druids are the ones that can pull from the entire spell list in second edition or not, but let's keep it simple. Just keep the ones that you have.
Oh yeah, I'm not changing anything.
Yeah, and you would naturally heal a number of hit points equal to your Constitution modifier times your level.
If y'all aren't fully healed after 52 hit points of healing,
I'm sure that everyone's fine.
Yeah, we're good. That would heal me
crap
to
on your
full,
head
even if
and
I was
cast
at
the
1 hit
final
point.
second level heal spell.
All right. Around late morning, you arrive at the nearby town of Rosentree, the forest edge in the far distance here. It's a very different, deep feel than the last town. There's no small buildings or a main street. It's large Downton Abbey-esque estate houses far apart. The grass here is flat, leveled out, trimmed meticulously, and every insect or invasive species has been poisoned in pesticides with extreme prejudice. This is nature at its most pruned, controlled, and oh so pretty and fascinating, but without all the dirty stuff.
Murderers.
Everyone nose up so we don't get the pesticides.
Sorry, I didn't mean to click that.
I entangle the world.
I ruined their yard.
There's nothing to really stop you as you make your way through this glorified vacation town. And it's not difficult to find the estate of Lady Constance Malogia, as there are signs before each of the great houses. After walking around a little bit, you start hearing the sound of harpsichord and string music coming from the back garden. High fence with like high bushes around it with a wrought iron fence. You hear posh laughing and the clinking of glasses as there is a stately garden party happening. The garden fence into the back is wrought iron bars but appears to be locked.
Can you melt them?
Can Mushroom Man pick them?
Maybe.
Got these tools?
That's rude. He has a name. It's Rain.
Yes, I do.
All right. All right, so whose head are you going to stand on to get up there?
Probably mine. Let's be real.
I mean, if you want, I can take the gourd off of my shoulders and you'll have a flat space to stand on.
Okay, for the record, your head is attached.
So I roll thievery, I guess.
Yes.
20. But yes, probably be boosted by Snapdragon.
To be like, you have to forgive Bottle Speaker. I think his creator was a beginner.
Perhaps. Turns out it was just a latch.
It is, according to this, it's exactly DC 20 thievery check. All right.
The latch was made by Cahild Proof.
You know what Bottle Speaker makes me think of? Has anyone ever seen that movie called Kung Pao?
Yes.
We have purposely trained him wrong as a joke. If you have an ass, I'll kick it.
All right, so the gate is unlocked and you can let yourself in. How do you proceed? What is your plan going in?
Is that just me or did Gumbo disappear?
I think he leaned back or something.
I must have leaned back or something. I don't know. I'm staying in the exact same spot. Can you hear me?
Now it's better.
A little soft, but yeah.
I have literally not moved.
It was like you got sucked into a void, but very slowly.
Yeah, the way he's been going, my immediate thought is Cup's going to be like, let's start, just knocking the guests out and taking their clothes and pretending to be them and mingle.
Oh, don't you dare try to weekend at Bernie's this shit when Loki's not here. Seriously though, Sons of Damerhall, I am waiting for freaking Loki's character to be managing the walls, and they're like, "Sir, there's a dwarf outside the wall who's flailing around limply," and I'm just gonna drow Weekend at Bernie's him.
The area they're in, is it completely surrounded in picture like a hedge or woods?
Yes. If you look at the title screen where you are,
Yes.
that. It's a big, stately, Victorian-esque garden composed entirely out of non-native plant life.
So no field we could light a fire.
Correct. But, I mean, are you just waltzing in there, or are you going to try to be stealthy?
Well, I'm a bit stealthy.
I think we could travel through the hedges and probably remain unseen.
Yes, let's all pretend we're plants.
Yes, that seems to be a good idea.
Let's all pretend we're plants?
Hey, I'm the barbarian. I'm allowed to say this shit.
I know, it's just funny. That's like a human person saying, let's all pretend that we're made of meat and catch them off guard.
I mean, it's more the equivalent of, let's pretend we all belong.
Okay, so Popcorn's plan is to use the society approach. Reaching Rings is stealthing in.
And Bottle Speakers is to sneak through the hedges.
Okay.
Surround the perimeter.
What's Fluff Fang's angle on this one? If you're saying anything, Michael, you're muted.
Is Michael even here?
He's still on the call.
He is just muted.
Paging Michael. I'm sad that he's not speaking up because apparently his character's destiny is to storm the purple lavender lady. He may have completely lost internet.
Maybe, but I think it would disconnect.
Yeah.
Maybe he is taking an exceedingly strong poop.
Well, we can just say he doesn't have an opinion.
Yeah. One of those shits where the bowl cracks when you're down.
I can honestly say I'm a strong pooper, but I've never had that happen.
You ever had it where you stand up and you're like, whoa, I didn't remember being that light on my feet.
No comment.
You stumble forward a little bit.
You exit the bathroom, it changed, man.
Honey,
Every day I do.
I just had the most revelatory shit of my life. It's changed how I view the world. All right, so while reaching rings give me reaching rings and bottle speaker give me that stealth. And I guess popcorn can give me society?
That sounds about right.
Why don't you take Fluffang with you into society?
I just take 2 branches off of a tree and I use them for cover as I kind of pretend I'm a plant.
Well, societies, you're trying to blend in socially.
Okay.
Yeah, Fluffang's going to go with you and blend in socially.
So I just walk in and just pretend that I belong.
So
That tracks.
You see a garden party of a bunch of like posh, like we're talking like the big powdered wigs where no one bathes, but they all just use powder so they don't expose to the elements and all that crap.
Mm-hmm.
And on these tables, as a centerpiece, there is a small glass half dome, and with each one as a centerpiece is a live leshy. You recognize them all as ones that have been going missing in the forest recently. They're being used as centerpieces.
When Popcorn fails his society, Fluffang's going to step in, grab a tray off a table, say, "Here, no, you're supposed to be serving," and hand it to Popcorn. Say, "Offer it to the people."
So I'm just going to let you know, the society was DC 30.
Hello?
There you are.
Well, that makes sense because he hands me the tray and then I just let everything drop off of it and I just go up to the first person and be like, "Hey, you're supposed to have this." And I'm just holding the empty tray to him.
I was trying to talk earlier. I don't know if it was connecting to Bluetooth or what.
You just said you were
Is that
muted.
Yeah.
So did you want to come up with a different strategy other than going in with Popcorn and pretending like
No.
you belong?
Honestly, in character.
I felt
Okay.
like that's what he would have done. So
Yeah.
You said
yeah,
the leshies are in cages on each table or like.
Little glass, because remember they're like the teeny size leshy, not the small ones like you.
Gotcha.
So they are like in these like special, they're
like
not
cake.
cages. Yeah, like glass cake things.
Okay. Yeah, Popcorn's just going to go up to one of the tables and start opening one. If you can't, he'll just break the bitch. He's not subtle.
As you are getting down, as you're climbing up the table, you briefly levitate in the air before getting plopped back down against your will. As a woman stands up and does that thing where she bangs a fork against the side of a glass to make a ringing sound to bring it down. And she says, I say, I don't believe you were on the guest list. And I shall show you a picture of her.
Like, is she picking me up or is she using magic to levitate me?
No, she magicked you briefly and then set you down, like a mage hand type deal. It's
Gotcha.
DM plot magic. Just go with it. It's not hurting.
Yeah, no worries. I just wanted to make sure I understood.
Yeah.
I have to be honest, I'm souring on these humans the more I meet them.
It's just Haldane nobility. You've dealt with them before. I don't remember you for very exotic Leshy being on the guest list this evening. I would like to politely ask you to leave my centerpieces alone that I bought, quite legally, I assure you, and leave.
Kidnappers!
These are babies. And I just smashed open one of the glass jars that I'm next to.
On guard!
Murderer!
Everyone's like getting up from the table and spacing out. Oh dear. Very well then. She pulls out a little bell. I do so prefer the leshies from the forest. They feel so much more authentic, but the magic to create them is not beyond me. And she rings a little bell, and emerging from the bushes,
And Uncle Tom.
her own leshy.
Oh, no.
We got a bamboo.
I like the karate guy, the long bamboo.
one is my favorite.
The bamboo one's the best.
Jonathan.
If he doesn't fight with his forehead, I'm going to be disappointed.
Oh, you are not going to be disappointed, my friend.
Not luscious, Maximus.
Yeah, so it is a mint leshy, a bamboo leshy, a Wistra leshy, and a Incarian leshy, all of which are leshy of non-native plant life.
Invasive leshy.
It's an environmental message.
The mint leshy who has like a brawler pose, like pounds his fist together and he goes, "I believe the lady asked you ought to leave."
You just see Babco just doesn't even say anything. He just looks down, reaches down to pluck one of the tiny leshies.
Mm.
To pick it up. It's like, no.
All right. I'll start rolling all of their initiatives.
I'm sure it will be fine. They look like pushovers anyways.
Can you still not see the screen, Michael?
Yeah, it's still not letting me.
Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
got him.
I'll need to link that picture then in just a moment. Oh, it was a honeysuckle leshy. That's what it was.
I mean, it's better that we weren't playing Curse today because there's no way we could have gone forward with that. So.
Yeah.
That's what I said. Of all days to have your internet crap out on you, Michael, probably for the best today.
Yeah. Because we've been able to struggle through it, doing the one shot.
Let me.
Deception or stealth? Okay, this is the top of the list. That's kind of annoying. The rest of it is alphabetical. I'm like, wait, there's no stealth down in the S's.
I just want to put this in the Skype chat. Because you can still see Skype, can't you, Michael?
Yes, I can still see Skype.
Okay.
Yeah, these leshies are actually better than us, I think, in terms of design. Because they're so hilarious.
I just want you to see the enemy leshies.
It is a cold day in hell when I am defeated by invasive.
That bamboo one is
Mhm.
I
Chef's
love it
kiss.
so much.
Is he a monk?
Unfortunately not, but I'm telling you what, when we do Pathfinder 2nd Edition, I am hijacking that picture and I am making a bamboo monk plushie. That is, oh my god. Whoever made that art is not getting paid near it.
Yeah, all the art for this one's been really good.
Yeah. A lot of the Pathfinder 2nd Edition art is really good, but this is definitely some of the standout stuff. Let's see.
And it wasn't even made by AI.
Yep. Is everyone on the initiative order?
Did Cope roll for
Yeah, Fluffang's on there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I think we're all on there then.
All right. First up is the honeysuckle.
I do not like honeysuckle.
Too sweet. I am more of a tangy man.
Sorry, I have to quickly read its abilities.
Well, personally, I prefer to subsist off of energy from the sun myself.
I don't really consume anything to be moving.
I'll just reiterate that I'm still not 100% sure you're even a leshy.
Me neither.
Okay, so it's just gonna run up. It's gonna move there, And then it is going to punch Bottle Speaker.
Always go for bottle speaker.
21.
Yep, but I'll do my shield reaction.
All right, reduce the incoming damage.
Yep, by 3.
Don't forget to be marking down your shield's hit points. It might
Oh,
break.
yeah.
Powerful Leshy craftsmanship can never break.
Oh no, my hubris.
So 7 damage.
Oh no, it was made of grass.
Where's its speed? Oh, there it is. And then it is going to spend another action to move 25 feet away. Just ran up, punched Bottle Speaker, and bolted.
Damn, that was a fast one.
Bottle Speaker.
All right. Well, Bottle Speaker's going to plant his ass where he is. And shoot that motherfucker. Damn it.
That will miss.
Will miss. Let's see. He's got a movement action. He will. That's it for bottles.
Okay. Bamboo Leshy.
We call him Bambleshy for short.
I was gonna say Leshu.
He kind of looks just like an angry asparagus to me.
The
I
mid
mean, that's
one,
also funny.
I'm pretty sure, was just on Power Rangers.
Hey, listen, you get work where you can.
All right, he's going to move up to Popcorn. That's one move. He's going to Fist.
Miss. I have an AC of 20.
All right. And then it is going to use its last action to bend its head backwards.
Ruh-roh.
Reaching rings.
Mm-hmm. Well, looks like Snapdragon's in trouble, so I'll run single move up and take 2 attacks with my rapier.
All right, so he is going to use Coiled Opportunity on that first attack. Effect. You lash out a foe that leaves an opening. Make a melee strike against a creature. If it's a critical hit, I can disrupt that action. But either way, he's going to get a hit as you are hitting him. So, Fist 26. Don't know why I didn't roll damage.
And 30 wouldn't be a crit on him.
What is your AC there?
No, not for him. For like the bamboo one.
Hit him for 30. At 30. Or
Yeah,
attack.
I'm trying to just resolve the.
Oh, okay,
trigger
my bad.
attack
Sorry.
first.
Yeah, no, my AC is 20. So
Okay, so you
hits.
just take the 8 then. And his AC is 18, so yeah, that would be 16 damage against him.
So if his AC is 18 and Kenneth rolled a 30, so that's a crit?
Yep.
Holy cow, I like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a really cool change. It makes those
That is
critical feats a lot better.
Yeah.
All right. It's the Wistra Lily. Let me see. Your special thing. Okay. So it is going to up on popcorn. Fist.
Just hits.
All right, so
Oh,
that's
right. Forgot the first battle, but my one ability that I rolled. Surprise attack means he was flat-footed for that, and since he was flat-footed, sneak attack, extra 1d6.
I think at level 3, or no, it increases at 5th level, not in this one, not in 3rd level.
So 3 extra damage on that before we get too far.
So you take the 6 bludgeoning damage from the Easter Lily, and then as it hits you, it uses an action to its fists kind of spread out, and it entangles you in its flowery body. Tangled fist. I believe grabbed is a condition that you can click on the right side of your sheet.
I'm just not sure if it prevents me from doing anything. It makes me immobilized and flat-footed. But I'm not sure if it's in this one where it prevents me from attacking. I'll have to look that up.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't use the manipulate action.
Oh, that's for like swapping weapons and stuff.
Okay.
Okay, and this is good for me to know for the future. Flat-footed is just a flat -2 to your AC. It doesn't interact with your dexterity. It's just -2. Good to know for me. Okay, yeah, grabbed. You are flat-footed and immobilized. Your AC is too low, and you can't take the
Basically, can't grab things from my bag and all that stuff.
Yeah. Whatever's in your hand has to stay there. So there's a move, and then it's attack.
And then the grab was an action as well.
Yes, right. Good call. Thank you. So popcorn.
Okay, well, I'm going to rage.
Mm-hmm.
And then probably attack the one that grabbed me.
Makes sense.
So, war flail. 28 to hit.
Oh, yeah, that'll hit.
Does it crit?
Let me see. It does.
So that's 26 damage plus 4 fire damage.
All right. So, and then okay. So that one's not doing well at all.
And then I'm going to try to attack it again. 18.
That'll just hit its AC.
So that'll be 7 plus another 4, so 11 points of damage.
Yeah, he's dead.
Don't grab the fiery barbarian.
Yeah, we killed the one what was throwing lightning bolts on the cover.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from.
Maybe they had it being a sorcerer at one point, and then they realized, oh, hey, that might kill people.
I mean, if anything, I feel like they overcooked it for the player characters in this adventure so far.
Yeah,
a little bit, yeah.
Well, that's all my actions, so.
Mm-hmm. The mint one.
Mintberry Crunch.
Would you like a warm towel?
Don't forget to bring a towel.
This one is going to come up here, and it's going to start trying to lay into Bottle Speaker. So, attack 1. 19?
That ties. Do I have another reaction?
I believe your raised shield, that ties, so it'll hit, and I believe your raised shield is in effect until your next turn. It doesn't increase your AC, but I'm pretty sure.
It would miss, because I'm 21 with the raised shield.
No, because your shield block, oh, no, yeah, your shield is not up, so you do not get the extra AC. And you are out of a reaction, so you can't use your shield block feat to reduce the incoming damage. So you just take 7.
So 7 damage?
7 damage. It's definitely not
Am
a
I
critical hit.
on the initiative?
Yeah, you're next. You're last.
Yeah.
It was a 9 on the initiative, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. And then he is going to punch you a second time, which will miss.
That'll miss. Now it is you, my friend.
Now it is Fluff Fang. So currently, Reaching Rings and Popcorn are engaged with a Bamboo Leshy. Bottle Speaker is duking it out with a Mint Leshy, and the Honeysuckle Leshy is taking cover in the bushes, doing a hit and run thing.
All right, I'm going to double up on the Mint Leshy with my fellow, native Leshy, not these invasive ones.
You have a movement to flank as well, so.
Yeah, so I'll flank, and then is that enough for just one movement?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
one movement.
All right, and then I will attack with the rapier, and then I will do a bardic inspire courage.
Probably the opposite order, but yeah.
Yeah, inspire first, so that'd be a 28 to attack.
Good God.
Is that crit?
Yeah.
Especially with flanking.
Okay,
So
I
you
swear to
did-
God, you guys must be roll. Yeah, 19. Okay, good.
No,
You guys
No,
are
we're rolling really hot right now. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that'd be 19 damage with the inspire courage.
Yep.
Get out of the dressing, my friends. I'm about to make a salad.
You can't defeat the fresh maker.
Plant makes chemicals for self-defense. Humans, ooh, this tastes good.
We like to strategically poison ourselves because we like to shut off our brain function.
No, it's even more apocalyptic than that. It's a fucking war of attrition through all time between plants and humanity. Between plants making their shit more poisonous and disgusting, and humans and other creatures learning to find those chemicals delicious. Until eventually one of us will win. And then none
Enjoy
of
your
us
next-
will.
Enjoy your next 24 hours.
Enjoy your next 24 hours.
I have heard a theory that people enjoy spicy food for the same reason they enjoy roller coasters. The brain knows you're not actually on fire, so it's like, oh, hey, this is tingly.
Can't get to a good flanking position on Reaching Rings. So instead, he's going to punch Reaching Rings. Punch
Instead,
Reaching
he's
Rings.
denying,
Fucking dog shit.
instead, he's denying me a flanking position on his friend.
Mm-hmm. Bottle Speaker.
But not denying me.
All right, Bottle Speaker's looking pretty beat up, but she will. Oh, that's a 2 action. How long does this last? For 1 minute? You know what? We're just gonna attack without it
Okay.
and start swinging at this dude. Whack-a-mole.
Fucking. Okay, so describe how you eviscerate this mint man.
Pull him up by his
with
roots.
Yep. Fluffang from the other side as you're sparring with Mint Man. All of a sudden, you just see a pole come down through the top of his head and go down and down and down, splitting him bluntly through the middle.
Yes. Splitting him, not crushing him.
It's a thin pole. Slides
Somehow
through
a
like a
pack
butter
of
knife.
double mint gum flies out of his corpse.
Oh no, I was so fresh. And then the most disturbingly at all, Twin Sprout in Ball Speaker's head does a happy little clap because she's learning cruelty.
And then I go ahead and I tear a little piece off of his corpse and chew it in my mouth and go, he's right, he was.
Their first words will be, Father, I crave violence.
You are violence, my daughter.
So that's one action, Cope.
Oh yeah, that was a good action.
He got maximized rolls too. Like what the fuck?
Every single one.
There are more plants to uproot quickly.
Like, let's really take a moment to appreciate how you guys are like cutesy plant people fighting this. You could probably kill a town.
Small town, but still a town.
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna find out.
We've killed at least one shop, so I mean,
That poor man.
I mean, we stabilized the shopkeep up top, so he's okay.
Yeah.
Did you use your? I mean, that'll miss anyway. But don't forget to use your second attack there. Go next time.
I don't understand.
When you
There's the number 2 next to the name of the weapon.
yeah. Cause
Oh, I'm sorry. I did
it
forget.
missed anyway, so it's no big deal. But just for the future, remember to do that so that way it factors in the -5.
Yep.
But that will miss the bamboo leshy.
Speaking of the bamboo leshy,
will he hold this gap between the tables like it's Thermopylae?
Good God. You know, they have an ability where they just do like a burst of verdant energy that heals all but it heals all plants within 30 feet, which includes you guys, so it's very counterproductive for them. So
Gives them a chance to run away.
fist against reach and ring. Huh. Oh, sorry, that I clicked 2. That should be 1. Let me re-roll that. 19?
20.
Of course. All right. Attack 2 against reaching rings. Ha-ha!
hey,
That one will hit.
7 damage. Then he bends his head back again. And I guess kisses his ass goodbye? I don't...
Probably. Watch out. This one is a tricky. So I will use Twin Feint. First swing short sword, second swing rapier. And I assume he'll use his thing again since he prepped the thing.
Yes. Also, I could be wrong about 2 weapon 5, but I believe the secondary attack would still have that -5 penalty, wouldn't it?
it's calculated already. It's number 2. It says on there.
Oh, yeah, I missed that. Yep. But the second one will hit. But he is still going to try to punch. No. Fuck. And they got a +8. Like, not terrible.
Yeah, for level 3 characters, we've got huge bonuses.
Well, that's just the entire game in general. Like, reaching
The bonuses
48
in second edition are pretty high.
Yeah, they get really high. That's kind of standard. All right, so then thank God they have physical resistance 3. Otherwise, they would be dead even more. But it didn't matter for half the shit you guys have been throwing at them. So anything else there? Reaching rings?
Can I do with the 1 extra? I guess if
You could do a third attack.
See if we can't fish another 20. Nope.
Popcorn, you're no longer grappled.
I'm going to move into flanking position, Mia, and attack the bamboo. And I'm just going to tell him, or not tell him. I'm just going to say something about pandas. And
What?
because pandas eat bamboo.
No, I get it, but it's just hilarious. So you run behind them and you glare at them and say, "Pandas."
Yes, that's how I say it exactly. So anyway, Warflail miss. Second one.
No,
his AC
to be
would be
clear,
two,
he said
two lower. I think he said, right?
Yeah, that'll hit.
Something about pandas.
to be clear, he says something about pandas. So he shows up and he goes, "Pandas struggle to breed in captivity."
Well, that'll just boost his morale. His ancestral enemy is dying.
Well, that's why I missed that first one.
Yep.
But yeah,
Yep.
10 plus 4 fire damage.
Oh, +4 to fire damage.
Yeah.
God. Hey,
Bamboo is weak.
like I'm glad we didn't play with the 5th PC. Otherwise, it would just be a even bigger smear. All right,
That's all I
Fluffbang, you want to get in the mosh pit?
Hell yeah, he does. Is the Bamboo Man still up?
Yeah, 1 hit
Put
point.
me in the mosh pit.
All right, you may
Bring me to that
reach him.
bamboo, son of a bitch.
I assume with 4 around him, he's flanking.
I mean, do you really need it?
I'm gonna just stick with not house rules, but as written. No, there's no line that draw through his token. I know there's a million people, but just he's got 1 hit point. You'll probably kill him. Just do you suck it up.
All right,
Hit him
what
with
do you
my
want to do?
rapier.
It hits anyway, and it kills him.
All right, do you want to keep up your inspiration, or you want to let that fall? Does it cost a spell slot every time he does Inspire Courage?
I think it's a focus spell, which is something else. I'll need to look into that.
I thought it said it was a cantrip or something. So
Yeah,
I do not know. I have just kind of been using it like it is Pathfinder First Edition.
I'll look that up because I haven't read everything.
Yeah, I've got focus spells too, and I started to read it, and I was like, I can't do this while we're
I
playing.
believe they cost a focus point, which is like a separate. Because you know how like in first edition they had like key points and like number of bardic
Yeah.
inspirations. They have focus points, which is just like a universal resource instead. Anyway, so he's dead.
all that's left is the honeysuckle.
He's got one more action. Do you want to inspire, or do you want to move up, or what?
Yeah, I guess
There's
I'll move
only
up.
one left.
Yeah, I'll move up to him, but
Alright.
I don't know how far away he is.
Just like 5
5
feet.
feet. All right. Honeysuckle's left. Gonna throw a punch at Flufffang, who just killed its bamboo lover. Don't ask about how that works. It's a length thing, not about width. Anyway, 21.
Oh God. Yeah, that hits.
5
19
damage.
AC.
5 damage against Flufffang then.
Just play the commercial from Japan. Long, long man.
Ashes to ashes, mulch to mulch.
And then, not really having anything else it can do, it's going to throw us another punch at Flufffang. 14 will miss. Then a third one at reaching rings. 20.
That actually
Holy
might
cow.
hit.
Yeah, 20 hits me.
Huzzah!
It hurts more than the realization that you don't have a heart.
Thankfully, its fist has the agile quality, which reduces the multi-attack penalty. Because that's how the rules work. Bottle speaker. What war crime shall you commit?
All of
Well,
them.
is he surrendering? We could check that one off the list.
I'm going to use their corpses for propaganda.
All right, so we tie up the last remaining one and then bury the bamboo one underground and have it grow through its torso.
All right. I'm not doing this. I
Vietnam.
just want to read what it says. to do.
Why is this darker than the Goblin game?
Because it went to Q overdrive, so we have to tone it down a notch.
God forbid I do something that isn't horror themed for once, you fucks.
Hey, I've just been playing a lovable little scamp.
Oh, I know. Acid Splash. That'll hit.
No, I just wanted to read what it would do.
Oh,
I
gotcha.
can't really read in the spell description what
Yeah,
they do.
the sheets are middling, but they seem to work pretty well.
Yeah, they like them.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Goes down 2 to 5.
Oh wait, don't count that. There, attack number 2. 15.
Both miss.
Okay.
Attack number 2 misses.
That's it for him.
All right, reaching rings.
Mm-hmm.
Supposed to do like an entangle or something there, bottle speaker.
Well, you had them in all 4 corners of the map, so I couldn't really hit anybody with a good entangle.
Yeah.
That was
Also,
my
like 2
plan.
of them went down before they really had a chance.
Yeah, God.
Hey, that one grabbed me, and I took that exception.
All right, so the first one will hit.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know if we got flanking or anything going on, but
Not yet.
Nope.
Then, yeah. So be it.
It's holding strong, mainly because you guys haven't hit it with a critical hit yet. Now flanking's going on. Oh, there it is.
I mean, these crits would decimate us if they got them, so.
Yep. Well, it's still up even after that first critical hit. How much fire?
Next one missed. 4 fire damage.
Oh, never mind. It's dead.
Also, I'm not even sure if the fire damage would crit or not.
I don't think it does, but
So what kind of leshy was that just died?
honeysuckle.
Okay, so it died and the smell in the room has changed.
Mm-hmm. And with that, you have killed all of the lady's self-homegrown leshy.
Where'd the lady and all the people go?
Oh, they cleared the space, and when you started brutally massacring them with minimal effort, they fucked off like intelligent people.
Lady!
And we'll start
Lady.
letting the other ones out that, weren't freed of shattered glass.
All the little rosebud-sized leshies start jumping up and down happily and crawling all over you so you can carry them back to their happy woodland home.
I'd like to put most of them inside of my head.
What?
That's where my little friend rides.
Yeah,
my empty gourd head is just an empty gourd.
He is not incorrect. That is how that works.
And it has a hole at the top where my little familiar likes to pop out and look around. And I imagine every now and then you think you see a glimmer of an eye in my eye socket, but really it's just Twin Sprout looking out.
Yes, come with me, little ones. Go tell the tale of our victory.
Is the lady still nearby where we can see her, by the way, or is she fucked off?
No, she ran away.
And by our victory,
as we're leaving, Popcorn wants to go find her, not to fight her or anything.
Okay, so you knock on the front door?
Yep. He just leaves up, bing, bing, bing.
I feel like this is a bad idea. We've got what we need.
He's letting you guys all pack up, and he's just going to the door.
We killed the kidnappers.
The door opens slightly, and it's an elderly butler. He goes, yes, how may I... Oh, bye.
So, we got our friends back. No hard feelings. This is for lady for damages, and he hands the guy a flower. It's like one of the flowers that grows on him.
Oh. Very well. I'll convey your compliments to the lady of the house.
And then, regardless if he actually gives it to the lady or not, maybe 10 minutes later, it explodes.
Yeah, I figured.
Well,
And it's filled with all the peppercorns I could have stuffed in the flower because I had those in there. So why not?
So it's not
If anything,
lethal.
it'll just cause a bad stink.
Yeah. It's not lethal, but it gets in your eyes.
It's basically like I fart in their general direction.
a sneezing effect.
I fart in your general direction.
Your mother smelt of elderberries.
And so, you're all able to head back to your happy woodland home. Heroes for rescuing the Leshy that were kidnapped to be centerpieces at a dinner party. The end.
And I can't wait to see the future villain of Bottle Speaker.
I disagree. Now, what did
I
Arthur
very
do?
much agree with my comment.
Had he charged the house and demanded to have the head of the lady that bought the Leshies, then he would have been bypassing his alignment. But I think vengeance.
Oh, you bypassed
against
that alignment a long time ago.
No, man. Vengeance against the kidnappers, an eye for an eye in the forest. A tooth for a tooth in the forest.
Them's just the rules of the forest.
Yeah, neutral good doesn't respect law at all. So it's just the ways of the forest.
So you're saying the laws of the jungle don't apply to you? So the ways of the forest shouldn't either?
I'm not really going to get bogged down in semantics with you, but I like what you did there.
So I would like to highlight the fact that I was very much on the money when I said that this would be definitely a single session, because we fucked around for the first hour and we had technical difficulties, and it's still before our normal ending time.
Yeah,
you crushed that.
And I didn't rush anything. I let you guys kind of fuck around some too.
I imagine
I've
if
noticed
we'd
a
have
little
fought
bit with
the
like they do get a lot better as you go. Like I was looking at the society games, like the later ones or like the second edition ones are definitely better timed than like the earlier edition ones.
Oh
in
yeah.
terms of like length.
And I knew when I was reading this one, I'm like, it's 2 combat encounters with some connective tissue between them. Like, but yeah, that's Pathfinder 2nd edition.
That was shocking how high the damage is at 3rd level
Yeah,
on
it
the
gets
criticals.
I mean, you guys were rolling extremely fucking well on a lot of those.
Oh,
Yeah. But I mean, look at these crit damages, and we don't have any feats. 25 crit damage off of 1 hit.
The numbers are very high.
Mm-hmm.
But
Numbers are high. The hit points don't seem to be that much higher, so folks gonna die fast.
I think they want to make it feel less chunky.
Yeah.
Like where you're just wailing away into people.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, yeah, that's
it'll
big
be
numbers.
interesting.
I know it's normally we stick around and hang out a little bit, but I am fucking starving. I decided not to eat until after our game tonight, and I regret it already.
Oh, yeah, that's your problem.
So
See
I'm
you,
gonna
brother.
go make myself something to eat and probably head to bed since I have to work tomorrow. It was a fun game though. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Hopefully next week we're gonna be back to our regular scheduled programming. Since I think, let me see. Yeah, next week and the week after we're good, but then the week after that is when I'm gonna be gone.
Yeah, I assume if Michael's fine with it, did we want to do Curse of the Crimson Throne next week?
You
think
can
so.
do either or. I don't care.
I was
Guess
just
at
thinking
this
that
point, it depends on what his internet does.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But I was just gonna say, because I was thinking about this earlier with the possibility of Loki not being here before this game, was that I there's really no like better breaking point in Sons of Damerhall. Like the recap is extremely easy. Where we're about to go into something.
You founded the kingdom. That's the recap.
Yeah, you founded the kingdom. That's kind of the recap. In any other campaign, that would be the end of the campaign.
Yeah.